We are back with another Cats and Rats After Dark edition. We were away last week for the holidays, but here we are once again. I'm your host, Kirby Lupo, joined alongside my co-host, Cody Stevens. We're a little short-handed tonight. We wanted like Caesar, Nick, our boy Jim, who might still pop by, to drop by tonight because they were at this Winter Classic, so we wanted to hear their feedback. But their schedules are a little busy here tonight.
Yeah, but from what we heard, it was a pretty good event, aside from the Panthers losing. But besides that, seems like everyone enjoyed the event. Nothing but good things are coming from it.
Yep. I wanted to say, sorry, I didn't want to put that on the screen yet. I want to give a shout out to our boy J.O. Jose. He dropped 50 donated subs last night. It was crazy in our post-game show. So appreciate that, J.O. Jose. Everyone that's coming in here tonight we didn't even have, I think at that point, we might have like 20 or 30 in there. So I don't know if people are in here tonight. You might get something gifted to you, so appreciate that so much.
Yeah, that's insane. I didn't see that till after that happened in the members only stream. So,
and one of our biggest streams to date, I think we had like over 1K views and clicks. So appreciate that, everyone.
And there's the Nicholas J. Levine E8Z7C.
If Nick is listening to us right now, I want his take from earlier on my take on what we want to talk about in the Winter Classic, because I think Nick's on my side. And oddly enough, I think Caesar's on your side, Cody. And I know you guys agree to disagree sometimes, but I think Caesar's with you on the feelings of kind of all the off-ice stuff with the Panthers. Fans are upset because lost this game, unfortunately, 5-1 to the New York Rangers. Cody, you weren't on the YouTube show. You came on the X post-game show. But just talk about the game in general. I think we're on the same wavelength when it comes to on the ice.
Yeah, I love the entrance into the game. Let me just preface this by saying that I didn't see any of the intermission stuff, whatever. I love, the whole Miami Vice feel, pulling up in the Lambos all in like the light pink suits.
You thought that was swag, right? You didn't think I thought it was a little much with the Matthew Tkachuk cigar.
But he's not playing, so I could care less. So
is it a distraction though for the rest of the guys that are?
No, not really. He came in after them, I'm pretty sure. So but at this point, you're just like, well, it's Matthew Tkachuk, so it's just like I don't expect nothing less from Matthew. I mean, that's just him.
But you're gonna get all that hate that's coming already. We talked about this on the stream. That people are like,
what difference do it make?
It just brings it all on, right?
What difference does it make? We already get enough hate already. I mean, what's a little bit more? It's
true, right? It's true.
We already have a bunch of Northerners complaining, the Winter Classics in the South when no one cared about the Winter Classic last year. I had to remind you what the hell the matchup was, which was Chicago-St. Louis.
I saw like 2 minutes of that game. But fans are saying, they're done with it. They're tired of it, all this stuff. But this was a big event for the Panthers. And like Nick said on the stream earlier in the week, Cody, everyone can talk their junk, talk their crap, but why do we need to respond? We're the best. Well, what's the point of responding to it?
Yeah, and the people that are saying that they're tired, I don't believe that for a single second. I mean, if your team's in it, you're not going to be tired of it.
No, that's the noise coming from the outside, from all the other teams and things like that. Yeah,
get out of here with that.
I don't think any of our fan base was tired because it was a new thing, right?
It was a new thing for us.
It was long overdue.
Yeah, we were the last team to get a outdoor game. Everyone else has got one but us.
And if I'm going to give anyone an A or A+, I think there's A pluses to go around from this weekend. It's from the NHL and the event coordinators that put this.
There
was no issues on the ice. I didn't hear any big issues away from the ice and different things like that. And the production value has really been driven up here in these type of
games. I thought they did a pretty good job. I mean, all the other words be like, it was in South Florida, so it's like a C. But I mean,
I thought that was good and everything.
Hey, listen, look, take us on the road for an outdoor game. I love that one too.
I don't need the bare-chested guy with the big gut out jumping into a pool, but I think like all the stuff around it and surrounding it was pretty good. And what we heard from our community and the feedback from the event, like people came from Utah in our community, from Georgia, Northern Florida, California, like all over the place. Right?
People enjoyed it, so the event must have been a pretty good success. They were like, it was from a viewer standpoint, it was a great event. Like I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know if you have any sights and sounds that you wanted to show or anything to.
Not that I have pulled up at the moment. We did get some pictures though, but
we got some.
But this was the Panthers rolling into the arena right here.
Yeah.
Though I enjoyed this part of it.
You said swag. This was I put a poll out there. Swag or too much? Cody, you said swag.
That's
Right?
not too much. I mean, they're all pulling up in like Miami Vice style. They're not doing anything crazy.
Was it the Matthew Tkachuk thing and maybe like some of the other stuff? Like the guys that weren't playing, like you said, right?
Yeah, but look, Jones with the old school phone, that's not much. That's pretty nice.
Oh, that was fun. That was funny.
Then, Marchand, Ekblad looking good, like Rhino walking in. They're trying to go like a little Scarface style, I think, with the cigar, but none of them were lit. So the cigars were just for show.
Well, some fans are upset today, obviously, again on the loss, Cody. They're saying, well, what about the Rangers? The Rangers dressed up too, right?
But this was a Panthers event.
Yeah. But no, the Rangers dressed up like Vice too, I believe.
Yeah. And
like they came in the same. I'm just talking about some of the happenstance. People are talking. I don't have a problem with the Stanley Cup being there. People thought that got blown up because there was a musical act. Tkachuk came on stage. Barkov did. There was stuff offline we won't get into on Barkov this week revolving the Stanley Cup. Him coming out there with it. Some people are like, oh, what type of look does that present? But yeah, it's going to get talked about and different things like that. But this is the part I'm going to say, Cody. If fans thought this was an event and a Super Bowl thing and didn't care about the result, then you shouldn't be upset with the result. Now, if you came in and wanted these 2 points and said this was a very critical game and I want guys focused, lock down, and play some good hockey, then you have a right to complain and gripe. You know what I mean? But you and I came in, we said this is an event. I don't think Paul Maurice.
I never thought of this as like a game where I thought they'd be lasered in focus. This was an event for them. A lot of these guys, this is their first outdoor game. Like Ekblad, first outdoor game. I think Forsling, this is his first one too. Bob, first one in like what? They said 14 years or something like that?
Way back to when he was the Flyers?
With Philly. Like,
yep.
Like
so you know what I'm saying there, Cody? Like if you were upset before and said, hey, this is going to be a big distraction and they better focus and lock in, you can be upset, I guess, to the result. But if you said, oh, this is going to be an event, it's fun and everything and then you're upset later, I think fans are upset for different reasons. The result, I understand people that went there and spent a lot of money.
I understand that.
I would do it again. Other people are like, I would never do it again. I heard both, right?
I think if they won, they would say they do it again. Like that's the thing. I think
the result, right?
I think it's very result based because here's the thing.
But you and I don't do that. If we're gonna go to a game, we're gonna go. You went to Kansas City in the cold for the
I saw my team get their stuff ranged out in -20-degree weather. But here's the thing, I'd do that all over again. Because if they
wanted to be a little warmer, but the result didn't affect why you went.
No.
Your feeling.
It affected the mood, but here's the thing, I'd do it all over again. Like that's my team.
Yep.
That's going to be my ride or die. And if they won, it would have been a 10 times better event for me.
Yeah.
But they didn't. But
hey, doing the post game with me, Cody, everyone.
I don't regret it.
Now, let's talk about the results. The effort versus the execution. You and I are lockstep on this together.
The effort was fine. I never felt like they were, I didn't feel like they weren't physical. I didn't feel like they weren't like skating. I didn't feel like they weren't like, because there were points we had momentum in the game. We had pressure. We had our chances.
Just keep talking. I'm just going to throw some screen here.
But the thing is just I thought the Rangers' best players, namely Panarin and Zibanejad, showed up. And it's just Sturkin had a hell of a game. And, and we had our chances and the shots just went wide, whatever the case may be. Execution just wasn't there. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, but I can live with execution not being there. It's not going to be there all
have
day.
Execution every night.
It's not going to happen all day, every day. Like the effort was there, the execution wasn't. I could live with execution not being there. I can't live with effort not being there. I felt the effort was there. I feel like I know the Panthers know they could play a lot better. But I just thought the Rangers
to come out and to start the night, I thought was pretty good.
Yeah.
And they outshot the Rangers every period.
I never felt like they were out of the game. It's just I thought the Rangers capitalized on the chances, and that's just what the difference was. The Rangers were the better team. Let's just give credit to the Rangers. We had a pretty good effort. We win. Like
look at Mario here in this.
Oh Lord, please don't. We are like for me. Like if you play that effort, you win the game. What 7 times out of 10?
Yeah, let's go a 7.5, or somewhere.
Yeah, 7, 8. I don't want to go 9 out of 10 because I think that's pretty high. But 7 out of 10 times, you're winning that game with that effort. Just the execution wasn't there. I thought, losing Jones early in the game really kind of hurt. But then again, I thought
at the game he dropped by our live stream.
Yeah, but then I also felt like Ekblad played decent enough in his absence.
He was the better guy of the pairing. I had some stuff to say on Forsling live stream last night.
I mean, he kind of got walked by a guy on his pants, but that doesn't.
But and I can't blame Mikkola and different guys because the pairings all start to change. So Mikkola,
it was just all over the place. So
Mikkola had to play Forsling. I think Belinkus was out there with Forsling. Like there's all different things going on.
Yeah, and Ekblad only being the only right-handed D, it was just kind of tough for him out there as well.
No,
Petrie. I keep forgetting.
Petrie played a good game last night. I said on the live stream, Cody, like some of you aren't going to want to hear this because some of you guys use Petrie as your whipping boy, but he had a heck of a game yesterday. I think he was just stayed under 20 minutes. I think.
Look, Petrie hasn't been the whipping boy for the last 3 weeks, I'd say, since he got scratched.
Well, I don't know. Some fans have used him all year long, but I think he's been playing well in some certain games here in certain stretches.
Look who's in the building. Miss Michelle Levine.
Michelle, you need to come on here. So Michelle, if Michelle is listening right now, this is awesome. We had D'Lo and Jack make their long-awaited debuts on our members-only stream. Michelle, I have 2 people on my list next, and you're one of them that needs to make their debut.
Listen, effort and execution are 2 different things.
Ding.
Listen, and defensively, I thought, you had the one rush on the power play. The other one was just a little bit of a breakdown by Forsling. The other one was just a hell of a shot by Panarin. Just like,
look at this message here. Like this really sums it up in kind of what we're saying.
Yeah, like amazing setup worth every.
Sorry to interrupt. You can't guarantee wins or losses, no matter how much money you spend. And Cody, you as a longtime Panther fan, me being an OG Panther fan. We know that through the years. We're like, oh man, like we got an all-star game with our head coach and a couple players, like awesome. Like that was not ever expected, right? Like playoff series, like, hey, we're just hoping to force a game 6 or force a game 7. There's nothing about winning, like ultimately winning, right? It's like small victories, right?
It was like a lot of type of teams were like, I wish to win the cup, and we're just like, oh, we wish to win a series. Like it just
Cody, if we had this back in the early 2000s-ish, say early Roberto Luongo 1.0 era, we would just be like last night. Some fans were like, just hoping not to be shut out. Like that's what we said. Oh, we almost got shut out, Kirby. I'm like, but we didn't. Sam Reinhart got a goal. So like that would be the mindset, right? And now it's just everything is so elevated now, right?
Yeah, I mean, championships do that. But look, I mean, the event was awesome. The NHL deserves a lot of credit that they're not going to get because here's the thing. You want to know how I knew the NHL put on a great event? No one was complaining about it.
And Cody, you and I as longtime hockey fans and NHL fans, we've seen when the NHL
screws up, Twitter lets everybody know,
right? But NHL can be such an embarrassment at times that other leagues start making fun of us, and fans that don't even watch hockey make fun of us. This was not one of those.
But I feel like the NHL hasn't been an embarrassment for a couple of years now.
Well, they're working on their promotion. They've got that Steve guy. He was down there in Florida. I think he missed the mark on a couple things a couple years ago there.
Well, they need to just their advertisement just sucks. That's the only thing that needs to change is just to have a lot more advertisements instead of just
a good job this year with the player commercials and stuff like that. Those guys, but like how much personality you want from Mitch Marner and like Connor Bedard?
That's where the Tkachuk brothers come into play.
Yeah,
that's where you're gonna start using a lot of goalies per se.
Our boy Raian, moderator's in the chat. I'm not putting that up on the screen because I think he's bothering. Oh, you can put that one up. There was one about Nick. Yes, that was awesome, Raian. And Raian was in attendance. Cody, you and I knew he was going to be there. We couldn't tell the community. You should have saw how mad certain members of our community were getting mad at me because I was keeping a secret. Cody, I'm pretty proud.
They always get mad at us for keeping a secret.
Right? It's like I used to be so bad at that, Cody. I'm like, I cannot tell you guys. And they're like, Kirby, I tell you everything about the team and the organization, and they're not going to tell me this. They're like, is it Tom Brady? Is it this? Is that? I'm like, how the hell do I know if Tom Brady is going to be at the Winter Classic? I'm not that connected. I know some things, but I'm not that connected. Cody.
Tom Brady had nothing to do with us except he nearly played for the Dolphins 5 years ago. That was like about the only thing. What connections
do I have to Tom Brady or who's going to be at the event or Roberto Luongo is going to be doing something? I'm not. I don't have Lou on the speed dial.
But anyway, but I think that should wrap up that.
Yeah, the comments here tonight are awesome.
Hey,
how's it going, Doug?
Look, but I think I'm just going to close the book on Winter Classic. Great event. Wish the game went a bit differently, but I can live with the effort. Like, I'm not going to look back on it. I'm going to look back and be like, oh, man, we kind of got shelled. But I'm just going to be like, but I'm not going to be like, I'll remember, like, we didn't play as bad as some people make it out to be, a.k.a. the Levines. But,
And I, just on this comment, I'm not upset with other fans that don't pay attention to this game because, like, this is our moment. If this was another team, it was Seattle a couple years ago. Like, I'm not expecting Panther fans to be locked in. You know what I mean? Like, this is for us, and this is our team and who we support. If you're a major puckhead, you probably don't miss anything. Like, my mind was on, which we're going to get to here in the next segment, the Olympics, World Juniors. I haven't even finished watching yesterday. So, like, there's so much going on in the sports world and other things. I don't expect everyone to be locked in. There's a lot going on in the hockey world right now. And this was one of the main 2 or 3 things.
And our next segment,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, Matthew, one of the complaints is I thought it was ready, which I was correct, but Brian was a better surprise.
There we go.
But moving on here to the announcement of the American Olympic roster here.
Yes. You go first, Mr. American.
There are 4 guys on this list that should not be here. I understand one of them. I understand it.
Cody, we see the official roster on the screen. I'm going to put the snubs down below as you talk.
Yeah. But Kirby, I have a question for you. I told you the 4 I told you I did not like being there. Which of the one do you think I understand the most? Like, I thought about it and I understood why they put them there.
Like the ones that you don't really like, but you understand?
There's one I don't like, but I understand why they put him there.
Well, the one that I've been an advocate for, JT Miller?
No.
You're upset that he's there?
Mm-hmm.
Just let me take a look at this.
I'll give you this hint. Former Panther.
Oh, which we were kind of surprised, I think, and we both maybe didn't have him on our list. I think we probably did last year, or at least he was on our bubble. Vinny Trocheck that we saw.
Yes, I understand why he's there.
You understand why Trocheck's there over even more than Miller? Miller, I'm telling you, Miller runs the practices. He runs media. He's the head coach is coaching him now in the NHL, Mike Sullivan.
But the thing is with Trocheck is I understand why, and it's because penalty kill reasons. And I understand, and that's.
But I talked about this on the Canada stream earlier this week. You can get a little too cute with some of that stuff.
Yeah, but
are you going there to kill penalties all night, or are you going there to win hockey games and play straight up?
But hey, listen. But this is where Miller and Nelson should not be there, because because Miller and Nelson, Jason Robertson should have been on this roster. Cole Caulfield should have been on this roster.
What do you think the reasons are, especially on Jason Robertson? Have you seen his numbers this year and where he?
Oh, they're ridiculous.
First this, second this, fourth that.
Like,
you can pull them up here. I sent you some Jason Robertson quotes, and I would like you to show them on the screen.
No worries, we'll get.
There was people asked Kirby, "Is there hurt feelings in Canada?" Sam, but there's not hurt feelings. There is on the side. And there is Jason Robertson.
What the worst decision I believe was on the D.
Well, I think Jason Robertson is one there, but the other is one guy on the D as well.
And that's Noah Hannafin.
Well, over who?
Adam Fox.
Yes, Adam Fox and Jason Robertson should be on Team USA.
I would have took Lane Hudson over Noah Hannafin.
Yeah, you were going you would have taken John Carlson.
100%.
Wow, and you didn't even mention yet, you've kind of buried the lead. Your boy that you've been advocating for the last 6 to 12 months, Patrick Kane, is not here.
Yes, I thought
you want a winner. You want a winner. You want a guy that's medaled. You want a guy with experience, which this American team lacks. No Patrick Kane.
That's where I dislike it. But then again, I was on that last year. I thought the USA, that was the one thing I was going to do the USA team roster in, was the inexperienced best on best. Because
you did say that. If it caught, you were talking a lot about the Canada goalies and really how the Americans were favored. I think they might have been favored by Vegas odds. They might have been on paper. I couldn't really argue that going into the tournament.
On paper, I think we're probably going to be favored for silver, maybe, because I think Four Nations is going to have a lot to do with Canada being favored.
Again, I'm not having 2 North American teams in the gold medal. I've talked to you about this before, and this lineup here really hits home my point.
But here's the thing about this lineup.
Yeah.
The best guys have to be the best guys. Like, we can't have Matthews being slow.
I'm watching the game tonight. Austin Matthews has broken the Leafs goal scoring record.
Yes, he is officially the all-time leader in goals for the.
So is Austin Matthews going to be that in the tournament, or is he going to be what we've seen last year, what we've seen in the playoffs, what we've seen, and the lights are bright?
Like, we need more from Matthews.
Yep.
We need a hell of a lot more from Kyle Connor.
Are you surprised how easy of a pick he was when Bill Guerin called him? Like, he was a lock to Bill Guerin. Did you hear the call?
Yeah, but to me, it's just
he wasn't good.
He was scratched in that medal game,
and he was picked over these other guys.
Yep, and
wow,
he was scratched in the middle game. But here's the thing: there are some guys I think, like Dylan Larkin last year, was the surprise for the Americans. I tried to tell you on him.
You're allowed to have a W over me. You can be, you know hockey. It's all right.
But Dylan,
and Suzuki is that now. So it's Suzuki, Larkin, like as the checking line guys on their nations, I would say. Larkin was very impressive.
Oh, yeah. Larkin was
But I also told you I needed to see it from Larkin, and I needed to see it from Lucas Raymond. And they both had great tournaments.
And they're both having hell of a season right now. Big reason why Detroit's still leading the Atlantic Division.
And I know we're focused on USA here, but I just want to add to the Sweden part. They made some funky choices with Ekholm not there. What's his name? Holmberg. Pontus.
They didn't take your guy either.
Who? Well, I want to say Raymond had a good tournament last year, but a lot of those Swedes
did. They didn't take Michael Backlund.
Oh, I don't like that. Well, if everyone's taking guys for penalty kill and for checking rolls, where the hell is Michael Backlund?
Hey, Adonis, don't worry. Our thoughts are going to be at the first part of the stream, so if you want to go back and just rewatch, appreciate it.
And we'll answer some questions at the end of the night, too.
But besides that, here are the guys that I like on this Team USA roster. I like Matt Boldy. Big physical skill.
Not bad, right? He was not bad last year.
Yep. Tage Thompson, who I think solidified his position at the IIHFs in the gold medal game, the first ever for the Americans.
I'm going to jump in there, Cody. We battled on that a bit last year. I wanted him on that team, and I had him in my top 6, I think. And I'm not just talking you. I had other people in our community, in our Canadian chat. They're like, Tage Thompson should be there. And then some of us jumped in. We're like, what are you talking about? Like, there's a couple guys. Tage Thompson should absolutely be there. And he is a guy you can counter against Finland, against Canada, because he goes north-south. He's direct. He has good finishing. He's big. And he can drive the net and finish in tight spots. You need to be able to finish in tight spots. Tage Thompson can do that.
Yeah. And then, I love Jake Gensel, gamer, everywhere he goes, always shows up. Like, even last year versus Florida, he was the one-star guy for Tampa that showed up for him.
Yep.
Like, Matthew Tkachuk, Brady Tkachuk, no. Like, there's no introduction there. I thought Brady had a hell of a tournament last year. Matthew gets an asterisk because of the injury, so we don't know.
I thought he was even good early in the tournament. But the asterisk this year is both of them not had healthy years. So
but I thought Brady had a hell of a Four Nations last year.
Oh, of course. Yep.
Yeah, and then Brock Nelson's just
Well, look at all the names at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
Like, your pick, where the hell is Matthew Nyes? You want dogs? You want competitors? Where the hell is he? Cole Caulfield's a finisher and goal scorer. Some people want Alex DeBrincat in this lineup. I think this lineup is so
deep. I don't know. There's a steep cutoff after Matthew Nyes at the bottom of the list.
There's a what?
On the bottom of the list, besides on the forward front, I think the cutoff is really after Matthew Nyes. Like, in terms of realistic opportunity to make this team.
Yeah, I tried to put them somewhat in order there, and I left some names out. I think I left Troy Terry out. What is it, Nick Schmaltz? You're playing in the World Championships, not the Olympics, and nothing against you, but like the couple of goalies and like the forwards here, Cody. Brock Nelson over Cole Caulfield over Matthew Nyes. Logan Cooley's injured, right? But where the hell is he here? But Patrick Kane, like, the names are scrolling across the bottom of the screen here right now. Like, I can pick 5-6 guys over him. Alex Tuck, like, Chris Kreider was there last year. Chris Kreider, you were a proponent for him.
And he scored a goal. So
isn't he playing better this year than he was last year? 100%.
100%.
Well,
but
you need guys with goals. I don't know.
But the thing is, my biggest thing with Patrick Kane was
there's my
one with the experience. 2, he has something you can never teach, and only certain guys have, and that is clutch. He is one of the clutchest players in the history of this damn game.
Which I think you need. In the past iterations of Team USA, you had like the Jeremy Roenick's, you had Zach Parise, like different guys that you could say, okay, could show up in a big moment here, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, you're missing some of that, you know?
Yeah. Like, and then on the D side, like, I mean, I didn't have Faber on because I thought he wasn't really that great, but I didn't take into account who the hell the GM was. By the way,
Faber was on my list. Hold up.
He was on yours, but here's the thing. Why is the best American GM the assistant GM to this team?
Cody, I've been getting DMs on that today, but what do I say? I just give a little emoji.
Like, Bill Zito's the best GM in hockey, let alone American.
Oh, Bill Guerin is very comfortable sitting back there in that office chair, giving those guys calls. The one guy he didn't joke around with was Connor Hellebuck. It was interesting. You should go check that out. There's some behind
because if the Team USA wants to win gold, Hellebuck's gotta be the guy here.
He's like, I'm ready, Bill. I'm ready for redemption. Well,
I
don't know. We haven't seen the playoffs.
The thing with Hellebuck, it's nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing technique-wise on the ice. It's in between the ears.
Yep.
He is, when Hellebuck's at his best.
Yes, you see when he does all those little eye tests, like he's an intense guy. You know.
Oh, look, yeah. Same reason why Zito hasn't won GM of the year.
That I got so mad about that role model, and then I just started to let it go. I was mad the year they gave it to, was it Lou Lamoriello the first time? I was so mad.
I think I was the most pissed I was last year.
Well, that's when everyone's. I was almost over it then. I was
like when they gave it to Nil again.
We like Nil. We talk about Jim Nil and what Dallas does here a lot. But Cody, this award for the GM of the year, people got to remember this. It's not awarded at the end of the regular season. It's awarded like in round 2 of the playoffs. And what has Bill Zito been doing the last 3-4 years?
And here's the craziest part, and I think this is the most damning thing. Zito wasn't even on like 10 of the ballots.
I'd like a further investigation on that. That sounds like when they gave the MVP to Jose Theodore and Jerome McGinley was on, or when Jonathan Marchessault won the Conn Smythe for Vegas with all the Montreal reporters, the French-Canadian reporters.
That really should have went to Eichel, but I digress.
Talk about that. Hey, speaking of dogs and speaking of good player, Jack Eichel, I'm going to give him all the love and all the flower.
Yeah,
that's like one guy you don't have any questions as the marks about. Like
there are some guys I don't have any questions about. Eichel,
okay,
I have
mentioned.
Eichel, no questions. Larkin, no questions. I have no questions actually on Jay Gensel. I have no questions on him.
Okay, fair. Yeah.
I have no questions on Matthew.
Sucks, but I'm talking health.
Yeah, I've like on ice. I'm talking no questions about Brady or Matthew Tkachuk. I have no questions about Quinn Hughes. I have no questions about Jacob Slavin. I have no questions about Zach Werenski. That
we didn't get to see Quinn Hughes last year, though. We didn't get to see him.
That is about it. I have questions about the goalies just because, like the way last year went, and like.
But you shouldn't have questions about the goalies as like the collective, like Ottinger.
Yeah, no, like getting to the big one, I have no questions. At the big one, I have questions. Well, if that makes sense.
If there is the big one for this Olympics, who do you want in that?
It's got to be the best. It's got to be Hellebuck.
So you're still going. You might change your mind on that.
If the tournament goes differently, it's either Hellebuck or Ottinger for me.
You don't talk up Ottinger much in the NHL regular season, but when it comes to best on best competition, you've been starting to lean that way. But I think Swayman as well. I'm not discounting Swayman.
I'm not discounting Swayman either.
Goalie.
But we're just so deep at goalie. It's just like if you talk so good about one guy, you're kind of disregarding the other ones. And I just like, and it's so tough when you have, Hellebuck, Ottinger, Swayman, Spencer Knight, who's having a hell of a year, Thatcher Demko, who's, when healthy, one of the best goalies in the world. Like, it's so tough. But on the D side, like, Hannafin, I have a big question out. Jones does not shock me because guess what? Stanley Cups have weight.
We said yesterday, go watch our live stream. I time-stamped it when me and Banksy talked about Seth Jones. That's a Cats and Rats W. Shout out to my boy Nick Levine as well. We told you all about this guy, and now he's at the elite status. I was getting in arguments with our content creators that were Panther people telling me Dougie Hamilton's a better defenseman than Seth Jones. Well, Dougie ain't on Team Canada, and Seth Jones is here. And you can't say Canada's lineup is deeper now than America's, because look at the defense here for America.
Well, then again, that's
no,
what
everyone, and Cody, people aren't on my side back there. I don't even know if you.
But here's the thing: like, I think USA has a lot more questions at forward roster picking wise, and then Canada has a lot more roster picking questions defensively.
Where things can go wrong, you mean?
Yes,
I agree.
Because of Doughty, Parayko, Sanheim, like those guys.
Morrissey, if he starts to get like a Hellebuck there.
Yeah, I just like the thing is like I understand Evan Bouchard is like negative defensively.
Yes. You want him there as a spare? What's he gonna? He's there if McCarr gets hurt. That's the only big thing. Like I don't know if he deserves a roster spot.
I know, but
because if something happens with McCarr, you got Shea Theodore there.
But the thing is with Bouchard, and no one can really deny this. When the lights turn on,
okay,
he's there.
Okay, what about early in the tournament against Czechia or Switzerland? I'm not going to discount those countries; those are still good countries, and Canada's in a pretty good group. What about then? You're not probably going to have him on the ice then. He's probably going to be up in the press box. But
yeah,
just saying, Yikes.
But for me, it's just like
round robin.
For me right now, Hanifin better be the 8th defenseman. Like that's where I'm at, because in my opinion, you're going to have to roll with like whoever. I think I would lean Werenski Slavin.
I told you I want to see Slave and Hughes paired together because it's the same. Do you want to talk about the hands? You talked about that in the post.
Yes, and the other big thing with the American defense, there's only 3 righties.
I like my boy Kevin,
and that is Brock Faber, Seth Jones, and Charlie McAvoy. Everyone else is lefty.
What are you getting on me, Kevin? No, Patrick Kane wasn't on my roster. Cody could show. I don't know if Cody has our rosters pulled up, but that was Cody's pick, and that's Cody's guy.
I'll stand on that one. I don't care how old he is. We need the experience. We need that age. on this, like I guess so, but like to me, Evan Bouchard is just like John Klingberg on steroids. Like that's just the vibe I get from him. But in terms of this roster, like the forwards, I give like a B-, C+.
Who's RC talking about here? Bill Guerin?
Yes, he looks like Shooter McGavin.
How Shooter looks now? Okay.
Yeah.
There go RC.
But like forward wise, B-, B, C+ here. For the forwards anyway.
Okay, here's a comment from Adonis here. Fox is known for his defensive instincts. Maybe he slipped a little, but that's what he's known for, right, Cody? That's why you're upset he's not here. Our boy Ben, big fan of Adam Fox because of how he plays the game defensively. Ben kind of follows his game after him.
Smooth skating, doesn't make many mistakes. Because here's the thing, you want to know why his game's slipped? Because he's had some of the worst defensive partners in the league.
He's had a bit of a. He played with Mikkola a few years back.
Yeah, but this was before Mikkola was like actually Mikkola.
No, but from Mikkola onward, he has had a lot of different partners.
Like Keandre Miller, Ryan Lindgren. I think
these guys. Mikkola not there. Who else?
I think they tried Braden Schneider.
Yes, I think.
Maybe Carson Susie maybe got a look there 1 or 2 times. Like, he has not had great partners, which is why Gavrikov was such a huge get for him.
You said Die Hard isn't going to want to hear some of this tonight.
Do you think the Team USA roster is the same like for him? It's basically the same outside of a few notable omissions, namely Chris Kreider. I'm blanking on some other.
But you're not loving this lineup as much as the Four Nations one, Cody, on paper. Again, it's played on the ice. It's not played on paper. But
it's just
I assembled a better Team USA lineup than Bill Guerin. Does he know more about the guys than me? Of course he does. But on paper, I'll argue my lineup's better. You know, I had Seth Jones in there. I had Faber in there, but I also had Fox in there.
Only thing...
if there is a guy that kind of falls off, Cody, defensively, you don't have a guy that can elevate up like an Adam Fox can.
Like, it's just...
Like, you're going to be pushing for guys that are like, Hughes, you got to show up. Rowensky carried carried that blue line last year. And McAvoy had the infection and injuries. I wonder with McAvoy, too, in a best-on-best situation. We've seen him in the playoffs before go all-world, and we've seen him other times just sink. So I think the guy is very high risk, high reward in a best-on-best situation. And the Islanders have come back on the Leafs here.
Oh, really? What's the score on that one?
3-3 with 2:45 to go. Panthers are getting a lot of out-of-town scoreboard help today. Montreal losing, Detroit losing earlier. Tampa did win. If the Leafs blow this, we'll get some.
Oh, yes. Former Panther draft pick, Emil Heineman.
Oh, Emil Heineman. And Buffalo got the doors blown off.
Chat, quick question. What Panther player was Emil Heineman traded for? Who did we trade Emil Heineman for?
For the chat? You tell us.
Let's see what happens.
Appreciate everyone being here too. We've been on stream here like all week, it seems. We will be back tomorrow for the post-game show against the Colorado Avalanche. That'll be fun. Some people coming back from the rink.
Hey, wait, Kirby, tell me if you ever heard this before.
Yeah.
Carolina blew another 3-1 lead.
They were playing
the Colorado Avalanche.
Oh.
So we better beat the Avs. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I thought the Avs were going to come in angry because they were down there to Carolina, but they ended up coming back. So
they may come in tired.
Yeah, maybe that
flight from Raleigh, early game 2. It's at 5 p.m.
Did they win in regulation or overtime?
Well, it's still going on right
now. Going on right now. Okay, but they came back.
It's 4-3 with 2:22 left in the game.
Yeah. Hey, back to back here.
And guess who scored the game-leading goal so far? Sir Brock Nelson on the power play.
Bill Guerin joking about his age there and said, he's not too old to be on this team here. So
but anyway, I guess we're reaching the halfway point here. Before we continue on any further, let's hear a word from our sponsor, Caneswear.
Panthers fever is here. Are you geared up? Caneswear in Davie is the place for all your Florida Panthers needs. They have the latest gear for our favorite NHL team. Jerseys, polos, t-shirts, hoodies, hats, and more. Caneswear has you covered. Stop by their store in Davie or at pantherswear.com. Again, that's pantherswear, WEAR.com for all your Panthers gear.
And let's hear another word from our other sponsor, Jeremy Beckham with Beck Sells FLA. Champions don't settle, and neither should you. Let me introduce Jeremy Beckham at Beck Sells FLA. Bring a competitive edge to South Florida luxury real estate. If you want a home that performs in all 3 zones, location, lifestyle, and long-term value, Jeremy is your power play. The clock is ticking. Let's go for the cup. Reach out now at becksellsfla.com. And our YouTube members, listen up for your chance to win a Matthew Tkachuk 20x14 autograph frame Stanley Cup photo. Donate to us from Les Dunbar, your sports memorabilia store. Zool certified from YSMS and the players themselves. YSMS is the official memorabilia provider for Brad Marchand. Visit Les' store online at www.yoursportsmemorabiliastore.com.
Just one more housekeeping note. Make sure you subscribe to our Cats and Rats channel. Like this video. Appreciate all the clicks yesterday on our live stream video. And another shout out to our boy, Nick Fairbanks, Banksy as we call him. Make sure to comment on these videos, even on these After Dark videos. We're not getting a lot of comments on these After Dark videos. Give us some comments of what you think. Like, these After Dark videos are going to take spotlight and highlight here leading into the Olympics. Like, the NHL is going to be on break. So, like, these type of Saturday nights are going to be really big here ahead. So make sure you comment on our videos there. We'll make sure and check out the past ones too. We timestamp them all. You can go check out the different episodes that we talk about the Olympics and all these other topics that we bring up. You purchase Super Chat donation anytime we're live, just like now. And again, a big shout out to our guy Jo yesterday for donating and gifting 50 memberships. You can buy your own membership. You can upgrade, as well as Cody mentioned there, our Matthew Tkachuk contest. Whenever he comes back, we've been waiting since December. When he comes back, the game or two after that, we will announce the winner. So you have a chance to upgrade your membership to gold or silver. You can gift a membership like we just mentioned and access to many other great perks. We are kind of wrapping up here, Cody, but yeah, this is something that we had talked about before the break. Go ahead.
And once again, shout out to our boy, Big C's. As always, He's in the building. He's working, but he's chiming in.
Yeah.
As Caesar Ono says, yesterday was one of his favorite experiences all time.
Yes, we were missing having Caesar and Nick on here.
Hey,
I know
Caesar.
next week they'll probably might be back, but we'll have a little bit of a brief.
Hey, C's, what was better, the Winter Classic yesterday, or you getting showered at the elbow room? Which one? Let us know in the comments there. But this is the other.
Is yesterday.
But this is the other side of not making that Olympic team. When, Jason Robertson, I think he knows he should have. And Jason Robertson on the call that left him on Team USA says, and I quote, "Yes, there wasn't much. It is what it is." And then he compared his play, says, and I quote, "I thought this year was different from last year. Obviously, last year I didn't think I was good enough. Now I think I did. It's their choice and their decision, and that's it."
I like that comment there before you get to the next one, because like he mentioned he wasn't good last year, and we called him out. Nick Levine, we called him out like he was not good. So he's even saying maybe I wasn't good enough last year, but what more do I need to do this year?
And Robo says on his motivations, "I mean, it obviously hurts your ego, but I'm not going to change the way I play. I'm happy to keep doing what I do." And lastly, if he's on the U.S. reserves, he says, and I quote, "I do not know. He better be on the reserves."
But that's an indictment to Bill Guerin that these comments have come out, because I haven't heard this from Canada. I haven't heard this from Sweden. I haven't heard this from Finland. But this is taking a lot of energy out there. I sent you something from Mike Bartner. He put the snub list together, and it's you can't really Bennett and Bedard. I think it's a little bit different, Cody, than Robertson not being there. Yeah. To be honest, the numbers that Robertson's put up here, you could say Bennett for Cirelli. You could say Bedard should be there for something. He's dealing with an injury right now. You could say Schaefer, but I think Jason Robertson and Adam Fox, they take the cake of being absolutely.
Anyway, this is the Mike Bartner thing Kirby was talking about. Most of the U.S. snubs along the wings, Canada right down the middle with Shifley, Thomas, Johnston, and Bennett.
But okay, let's say down the middle there. Look at what Canada has down the middle: McDavid, Suzuki, Crosby.
It's a tough lineup to crack. I just wonder who's going to make it over Crosby.
Shifley was my 4C for Canada. It wasn't Bennett.
Once Crosby dips, retires or whatever, because he's not going to be here for the next Olympics. Maybe he will. I'm not too sure, but then on the wings, USA is just Robertson, DeBrincat, Nyes. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, DeBrincat was never on my radar.
Did you even have Matthew Nyes above DeBrincat?
Yeah, I had him in my lineup.
Yeah, I think you did. That surprised me.
Yeah, because I wanted a bigger fourth line.
And you didn't have DeBrincat on your reserve list or nothing.
No, I didn't even think about DeBrincat, because I feel like you have to have one of Caulfield or DeBrincat. You can't have both. And I'd rather have Caulfield. And then Alex Tuck, who I think is a really good player. It's just I don't think he's better than some other guys.
The numbers game kind of catches up to him there.
Then Fox, Chikrin, Hudson, Weegar, Schaefer, Bouchard. And then in goals, I think Knight should have been the first goalie where Demko is, and Demko should have been the extra. Yeah. And then you have Mackenzie Blackwood. Then you have Travis Konechny, Cutter Gauthier, Jackson Lacombe, Noah Dobson, Spencer Knight. Rounds out.
He kind of makes it kind of balanced there, and I can see the point, but I think the American names this year were really highlighted. Chikrin can be there, Bedard can be there, Bennett can be there, but we talked about it here during this episode. Tell us if you disagree, but Robertson, Fox, where are they on this list? Matthew Nyes adds another element. Remember they said, well, the rink's going to be smaller and it's not Olympic size and it might be a tighter bandbox. Put freaking Matthew Nyes out there and let him start crushing guys against the wall and getting that killer instinct mentality that he's starting to learn. And we saw it last year in the playoffs. Put him out there in that weird dimension rink in Italy. Yes. You know what I mean? Bedard doesn't get a spot unless Marner, Point, Reinhart, one of these guys struggle.
Oh, Diehard gave us the news. The Leafs have lost in overtime.
Diehard's ahead of me here. Diehard's way ahead of me. Well, that's going to make some noise here. The Islanders have had the puck here in overtime. They're just doing circles around the Leafs here. How far are you ahead of me, Diehard? Am I way behind here? Oh, I'm a little behind, sorry. I must have went back and looked at something. Yeah, they scored in the final minute, the New York Islanders. Hey, New York Islanders, what are they, top 3 right now in the Metro?
Yep. Who was it in overtime? Matthew Schaefer.
Again, like we talked about moments not being too big for people. Like Matthew Schaefer, you bring him there, and if the lights are too bright, give him a chance in the round robin. But if he gives you that little spark there, like me and Ryburn were talking about this on our live stream, even Banksy and others, we were talking about this, gives you that little spark. Then you have something to carry you on for the rest of the tournament, And that's where we're seeing some of these guys on this snub list that can give you that spark. Chychrun can do that. You've advocated for Patrick Kane. Obviously, Jason Robertson. What if Kyle Connor just is another no-show in an appearance like last year, and then he's just sitting up in the press box? You don't have Jason Robertson there to kind of switch him in for, which I think maybe Jason Robertson should already be ahead of Kyle Connor. So again, like these guys like that are being left out here. We talked about guys like that should not be left off the team, like Tage Thompson, Macklin Celebrini. So we do see those guys on the roster. But yeah, there's some big names like Matthias Ekholm is not on Team Sweden. Cody, am I right on that?
Let me double check.
I heard that tonight, I think, on the Oilers broadcast. That kind of caught me off guard there and by surprise. I know Sweden's deep on the blue line, but not to have Matthias Ekholm as a veteran presence and a guy that has been, in 2 Stanley Cup finals. I know he's been injured a bit and banged up, but that was a name that surprised me.
Wow, he is not on the list.
Yeah, that's a big one for me. That's top 5, top 8 range for all nation snubs for me. Maybe top 8 range.
I think the worst snub is Robo.
Yeah, Robo. And I got like you and Ben, our guy overseas in Wales, you guys have been a big proponent of Adam Fox game. Like when we were doing our defense rankings, you guys had him like 3rd, 4th.
Yeah, but
there, of all defensemen in the NHL.
And you know who I thought really should have got a look for Sweden? Big C 77 away from the one big 1000. Check out his live stream tomorrow at 9 p.m. to talk the Winter Classic, his experience.
There we go.
Let me just leave that up there. For Sweden, I thought Simon Edvinsson should have got a look.
Oh, he's been great. I've talked about him. Oh, there's a comment down there. Is that Jamie in the chat?
Yeah, that's Jamie.
You don't have to put it up.
He said Jamie's asking where's Montour?
Where is Montour? Right on Mike Bartner's list. I should go message him right now. I think
who the hell?
In this mix.
I
sure.
If you want to put him over Dobson, I'm fine with that. But
yeah, like I think in the Dobson tier.
But anyone else is very tough. Like I can't put him like Uyghur. I think so, like above him. Still.
Thanks, role model. Appreciate it and being here all week with us. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
And then Bouchard offensively, I think you could. It's just I don't know. Montour or Bouchard is like a coin flip for me. Depends on what you
like that. Like Montour, and I love him. Montour's in that group, kind of like where Alex Tuck is in with America. Like it's a numbers game there.
Yeah.
Uyghur as well for Canada. It's like, what guy do you prefer, right? Like, what do you prefer, vanilla ice cream or mint ice cream or pistachio? Like, it's like, what do you want on your lineup? But again, Sanheim and Parayko and Doughty, I have a problem with that. Like I have a problem with American forwards that they selected over some of these guys that you're seeing here.
Yeah. So, but they took. Instead of Ekholm, they took Philip Broberg for Sweden. They took him over Ekholm.
Yeah.
Another big blow for Sweden is William Karlsson. Most likely won't be in the Olympics.
Oh, for injury.
Yep. And
wow, that there. You want to talk about lockdown 3 C's, Cody? That's a big loss for Sweden. I'm making some predictions here. Like, I'm not loving USA for a gold medal appearance. I'm going to make another prediction. I think William Nylander has a chance to win MVP of this tournament. Have you watched this guy play when it's overseas? Like, he thinks he's Gretzky and Lemieux and McDavid all tied into one. Like, this guy puts up ridiculous numbers in world championships and international events. So, yeah, they're going to need all of that because Sweden was putrid.
Johnny Films, how we doing? Hey, but you know what's funny? You know what a big surprise for me was for Sweden? They picked Wallstead, the young cat out of Minnesota.
Oh, I forgot to check at the goalies. Who got left out then?
Linus Ullmark will not be going to the Olympics.
So Markstrom and Gustafsson are there with Wallstead.
Markstrom, Gustafsson, and Wallstead.
I like that. And Ullmark, unfortunately, well, he's in the player assistance program right now, right? I think so.
Yeah. So,
okay.
But
he's had some injury.
Who replaces Jones if he's out for? It better be Adam Fox. That better be the easiest phone call ever.
Right-handed D for right-handed D, right?
Yep. And I don't think he's out for that long. I really don't.
What did Jamie just say? 12 weeks?
Yeah, if he's out for 12 weeks.
What's the report right now? I thought that's like a deep bone bruise yesterday. I said,
Yeah, I don't know. I think Jamie likes to just.
What that's wild, Jamie. Like you think it's a broken clavicle there?
Nah, I've seen
I'll
broken
be
clavicle.
surprised.
That's not it.
I had people that broke collarbones in my family and friend circle.
I felt like that looked like more like just deep bruise or whatever.
Yeah. And you think they're just being people were asking me, the tinfoil hats were on Cody and some of the community here. I think he just came out of that game and he didn't come back in because the Olympic bid and different things like that.
And precaution, that has a lot to do with it.
So you think, yeah?
So,
That. But yeah, it was nice to see Seth Jones yesterday had the American flag on. That I thought that was a very nice.
Jamie, I don't think he has a broken collarbone.
Jamie, what are you? Jamie, show us your reports.
Like he doesn't have a broken
Jamie, I would have got phone calls today. You don't need to believe this. You don't want Jamie. I would have got phone calls from someone today telling me the medical news. If that was the case, I'm pretty certain. So I'm not too worried.
It's not. I don't. And the reaction of him kind of like, it's not a broken. Because here's the thing. You want to know why I don't think it's a broken collarbone? Because he would have been like this. He
would have been like this, or he would have been like this.
Yeah.
And he didn't do either.
Yeah.
And I'm not no doctor. I'm just saying.
We know that's where the puck got him, but it's just more of a bruise. I don't think it's a broken collarbone.
And he was coming back out on the ice. Jamie, I don't know if you're watching last night. He was coming back out on the ice, and then he went, and then they called him back down to the tunnel. He was coming. You're not coming back out because after you go to the bench, you sometimes don't know when you break your collarbone or clavicle. You go back to the bench, your adrenaline's kicking, and then you try to jump over the boards, and you're like, he didn't do that, Cody. He was going back onto the ice after like the commercial break.
And then they called him back. So
right, that's minutes elapsed there. So I would have a hard time feeling that it's and if you're talking 12 weeks or more, you're talking like a grade 2, grade 3 break.
Yeah,
I think there's 4 levels of break with the collarbone. 4 being the worst, I guess you would say, if you want to talk that.
But Kirby, what's kind of funny is you had a little message on one of the tweets or whatever about above that Panthers entrance thing. And do you remember what you put?
No, I'm trying to think. You didn't put my Hoobie thing up yet.
That's what it was.
There we go. I got on that a little late, so they want to roll in with that. I'm like, let me go do a little Google search here. But you don't think Huberdeau was thinking about yesterday?
I still think he misses this because he's in Calgary and has to use trucks. So
when he saw that yesterday, and I'm not going to say we have 5 feet of snow here, and it's not like freezing where you can't go outside. Like we can man and go outside right now, but you don't think he's looking at that? And
oh no, I think this is probably one of the more manageable winters for you guys.
Yeah, it's been pretty good here so far. And hey, if it gets a little colder during the Olympics, I'll take that because that's usually the end of winter. But yeah, it's been pretty good here. So all things considering, we did have some deep freeze, but I was thinking about Huberdeau in that moment, and just how that seemed. Yesterday, Huberdeau would have ate all that up. I know Matthew Tkachuk does, part of the trade, but that would have been Jonathan Huberdeau to a T yesterday.
But I mean, Jordan Binnington with a shutout tonight over Montreal, 2-0.
Jordan Winnington getting back into form here. I don't know.
25 saves.
He allowed 6 the other night, but shutout.
Right. Who started in goal for the Avs tonight? Scott Wedgwood. Oh Lord. We have a late appearance.
Hey, Popeye. He's been here all week. He's hooked.
Mr. Jack Powell, how are we doing?
Hey, what's going on? Hey, Happy New Year, by the way.
Happy New Year. This is the first time I'm talking to Jack face to face, and actually kind of funny.
His 3rd appearance this week.
Dude, I was just gushing about you the other day to Kirby. Like, I love you. Nothing but love for you, my friend. How you doing? How you doing?
He's about everyone. Jack, you've been away for too long.
Wait, is Blackwood hurt again?
I don't know.
Because the backup goalie tonight for Colorado was Trent Miner.
Hold on a second. We pulled up Trent Miner when you showed the goal saved above expected. Wasn't he on that list a few weeks ago? Like, who are these?
He might have been
on there. Wasn't he? We're just going around the NHL right now.
God, you guys are such nerds. You're talking about Trent Miner?
Yeah,
because I love you both. I love you
Cody
both.
likes to fun around the NHL. You know what it reminds me of? Playing NHL '94.
No, because here's the thing. That's who we're probably going to be playing tomorrow. We play Colorado tomorrow, so that's our goal. That's who we're going against.
Are they playing tonight? Are they playing tonight?
They play tonight, so that's
against
Carolina.
Carolina.
So it's
we're getting them on a road.
It's guess what? It's a longer flight.
It's an early.
It's an earlier game.
No.
We better freaking win. Even with Jones out.
The bad taste of the Montreal loss and then the should have win last night when we were the better team, but everything went in.
I just want to mention on Jack again for you guys that are watching After Dark. I've been watching our stuff. Thank Jack. You got a membership this week. Jack and Jo gift a lot of memberships here this month. So thank you again, Jack.
Hey, and guys, get those silver and gold memberships. This is what these guys need. Please get on here. Help them out. Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thank you. But Trent Miner has started 2 other games in his career. One of them a win, one of them a really loss. But the one time he did start this year was against New Jersey. Allowed 4 goals on 24 shots with the win, I think.
But that's not who we're getting tomorrow because you're saying he's playing today against Carolina.
No. Wedgwood played today. So that's what I'm saying. I think that's who we're getting tomorrow.
Confirm. Okay, got you.
Because I don't know what's up.
By the way, guys, check this out. The golf Panthers attire.
There we go.
I don't play golf, but I get the golf.
The shield, which I talk about often with the jerseys, and Cody's with me to a degree on the on a hockey jersey. I think it looks elite on a toque. Yes, I said toque beanie, or like the golf polo shirts, even like the varsity jackets and things like that.
Dude, I got the red beanie with the shield on it, and it's for Christmas this year.
It pops.
Solid.
Pops. Yeah, I got
the shield looks great, but nothing beats that leaping cat.
Yeah. The actual one, not the freaking one we try to make that look like it that was from the 1930s. I'm sorry.
Cody's gonna take W on this next week with Caesar, and because it didn't go so well yesterday.
So Kirby, the CMC one I was wearing the other night on the stream.
Yes. Well, what? So that was 96.
Dude, that's a crazy thing. So my uncle, I love him to death. He was like, he got me into hockey. He bought tickets for me to go see the Dallas Stars play the Panthers at Miami Arena. That's how I got into hockey, because I'd never seen the game before in my life. And so my dad reluctantly took me. He's like, he's like, I don't, what is this? And then, the game starts and that wonder, right? The first time, do you remember the first time you saw a hockey game?
I don't know.
Live?
Yeah, live.
I would have been minor hockey before NHL.
I know exactly what game I saw live.
It was me. I don't know, me playing hockey at 4 or 5 years old.
So that's you're in the thick.
I was in that too.
Yeah.
For me, I know exactly what game. It was against the Philadelphia Flyers.
Okay.
We lost in a shootout, and David Booth scored. That's all I remember.
For NHL game,
it's funny. I was probably at that game, Cody.
It was like 2010.
For an NHL game, for me, it would have been sometime in the 90s. I can't really pinpoint it, Jack, but it would have been Winnipeg or Chicago against Calgary, and I believe it ended in a tie.
Dude, my first game was Panthers at the Miami Arena playing the Dallas Stars, and
who was on Dallas then?
It was dude, this was right around when Dallas
2000s?
when Dallas moved down from the North Stars. So
before they went to the conference finals.
So Modano had to be on that team.
Yeah. And
Basil McRae.
Yeah, who else? Shane Churla that Burry ran at.
It was, but dude, that's the crazy thing though. It's it wasn't even the team, or it didn't even mean anything to me. It was just looking down at the ice and just watching this product.
Yep.
And it was sort of the mime meme, like the meme where the guys.
Yes, I always use
that. That was me, dude. I just.
It wasn't even the game. It wasn't even a memorable game. It was just you being there and seeing hockey for the first time.
And the first time, and I fell in love with the game and the nuance and the beauty and the speed and the passing and the hitting. and it was just everything that, like, after that, I was just, can we go see a hockey game? Can we go see a hockey game? My parents were not sports people, and I was just like, I want to go see a hockey game. Want to go see a hockey game. So anytime anybody asked me for anything when I was a kid, I was like, tickets to a Panthers game. And they're like, well, sure, this is the cheapest thing we could get this kid.
They're looking at it like, this is professional.
Yeah, and I just, man, that was it for me. I saw it, and it was poetry in motion, and I fell in love with.
What was your number one sport or team before that, though?
Before that, it was the Miami Hurricanes.
Okay.
I was a huge football fan, and I went to multiple Hurricane games because they had this, believe it or not, directly across the street from where I grew up, in Plantation, Florida. Michael Irving, his mother, her house was there.
I remember you telling me that. Yeah.
So he would be like running around the neighborhood, and then I'd be like throwing up to you, and he was like, "Are you going this weekend?" I was like, "I don't have tickets," and he was like, "You got tickets now, baby." And he would
I didn't know that part.
he would gift me and my family tickets to go to these games. Like he probably got us 3 tickets for 3 games at least.
This is before the NIL days.
No.
No.
But here's the thing: but everything was under the table back then. Those days.
I think he was pretty hooked up there.
Like, hey, that means Jack's just like me because I always so
look
curious.
at Jack's connections; they surprise you.
Hey,
more
like, no, what's funny is my mom used to work at Winn-Dixie with his wife
in South Florida.
In South Florida,
that's awesome. Wow.
And that was back when they had to go to like cashier school or whatever, and then they used to go to cashier school, and Michael Irvin used to pick her up or whatever, and that's crazy because like I always tell Kirby's always shocked by this, but like my first love was always football. My first love was always the Dolphins. Because my first core sports memory was, and this is how bad they've been in my lifetime, a great Camarillo slant route from Cleo Lemon for us to go 1-15 to beat the Ravens in overtime.
I remember that play. Yeah.
That was the first best sports moment I experienced as a fan.
Jack's a fan of someone else in the AFC East, but you were never a Dolphins fan growing up, Jack?
No, I was. So I love Dan Marino. I still have a Dan Marino jersey hanging in my closet. I moved up here. I met my wife, and then she's like, "Hey,
you can have the Panthers, but you need to be with the Panthers.
You can have the Panthers, but I'm
glad to have you, Jack, because I wouldn't know you.
No, because she was born and raised in Foxborough, so it wasn't like
it wasn't just Boston thing.
It was this is my team, Foxborough, Massachusetts.
When actually, those are the only people that cared.
Yeah, and then I kid you not, like, so we talk Kirby a lot, like and actually Cody too. I've been gushing about Reinhardt lately. Like, I love
Team Canada lineup down there. Keep going.
I love him. He's going to be Hall of Famer.
Cody, are you with us on that?
Which one?
Reinhardt.
Oh yeah,
Reinhardt Hall of Fame. Yeah, I
think he's 90% there.
Hall of Fame, a little bit more. Rafters, though, yes.
But 90% there for Hall of Fame? 85, 90?
If they win one
80,
more cup,
85.
if they win one more cup, he's a Hall of Famer.
Then we're pushing.
I think he's personal accolades to keep playing for 2.5 to 4 more years of what he's doing now. That's what I think. 2 cups already gets him in.
I think he needs a Selkie. I would like to get a Selkie one time.
I don't know if it's a make or break.
What did I say the other night, Kirby? I said, hey, he is going to win one despite Barkov.
Yes.
That's how good he is.
And I was with you. I don't think he needs Barkov there this year.
What's kind of funny is Barkov being out this year kind of helps his chance of getting another Selkie in the future.
And getting that recognition.
Yeah, because there's no voter fatigue. Because there are some years with some awards that there's voter fatigue involved. Except for GM of the Year. I have no idea why. But
we already went into that.
Yeah, apparently it's just a guy that
3 of those
perpetually loses all the time in the conference finals. Yeah,
and can't build a decor. Yeah, Matt Dumba in the top 4.
Zito has made trade after trade that has just built such a sustainable championship winner.
Sustainable.
The fact that this dude keeps getting his flowers over Zito is mind-boggling.
Because I think we're all in agreement. Zito made the ballsiest trade in the NHL in the last 25 years.
Yes.
Which was the Matthew Tkachuk deal.
I agreed. Yeah, totally.
Not many GMs would have the balls to do it. Not many fans would have the balls to do it.
Again, I always like to do a cheap plug on this. If you guys weren't with me and Cody back then, Jack was with us during this time. Check out the Matthew Tkachuk Spaces Rewind. It's up on Apple and Spotify. You can go find it in there. Just listen. It's 4 hours. Listen to it in like 3, 4, 5 different parts.
Long story short, I said, hey, everyone there was like, oh, Florida got fleeced. Florida got fleeced.
Yep.
I was on that call, and Kirby, you were like, dude, nobody, and I said, dude, I know
Cody
how
had
good
my
this
back on it coming in, and Lex as well.
I know how good this dude is. And I was like, dude, we just got a superstar.
Well, you
like
had watched him. Some fans are like, well, I haven't watched him. I'm like, then don't talk on him if you haven't watched him.
Yeah, and
right, Cody, you watched him.
And the thing was about that deal, it wasn't Huberdeau the first or the prospect. It was Uyghur also in that deal that made it up over the top.
No, fans were upset about the Schwinton first-round pick, Cody, on the call now.
Hey, guess what? We got Schwint back.
Yeah.
He's on the team. He just has a broken arm.
Wearing a yellow jersey like a lot of
it's I mean, you do the level, right? Since we got him, we all know what happened. He completely flipped everything on its ear. I mean,
oh no, but you were there for Spaces that year. Whew.
No, we're talking the other night when that trade happened. I was a groomsman for my buddy, and he's like, "Hey, Jack," and I was like, "No, dude, I'm on a call." And I was talking to Kirby and all you in the community about that story. Like, dude, I said, this is the beginning of something special.
It was funny. That 22-23 year was kind of the birth of this podcast, because it was just me and Kirby every night, just hearing everybody. And it was basically 82 games of people wanting to fire Paul Maurice. It was legit 82 games of that. And it was like people making hypothetical trades. I think people traded Ekblad for like a bag of pucks like 14 times during the year. People traded Barkov for Brady.
Rip the C from Barkov.
Oh,
I want to go back to some of the stuff that, like, actually, you, Cody, you probably were on them. I like texting both you guys.
Timestamp this. Jack goes down memory lane. But
yes.
Texting both you guys. I was like, hey, relax, take a breath. We need, like, it's more about the players than it is the coach. It's more about the players than it is the coach. I can't tell you how many times I went on Spaces that year where people were like, dude, you know, you're smooth brain and like all this other stuff. And I'm like, guys, it's the players need to learn the system. And that second half of that season, when it clicked, like we've been the best team in the league since then.
It took a little past that second half season into March, but yeah, it did eventually. Me and Cody, we weren't waving the white flag, but that Ottawa loss there with the Philly loss on the road, Cody, it was getting dire. Like math at that point.
And the funniest story ever was game 5 versus Boston, because we played horribly games 3 and 4. Horribly.
You're talking playoffs.
Yeah, 23 first round. We played
home.
We played horribly games 3 and 4. Barkov's one of the worst games I've ever seen him as a Panther.
He was played by Charlie Coyle.
Like, it was not good. We were preparing the post-mortem for Spaces. We were preparing that after game 5 because we thought we had no confidence. Because it was just
play at home, and the special teams was a mess.
Like,
Bob was getting help.
The only reason we didn't win a cup that year, our penalty kill was horrendous. It was horrendous. Like that was the
We
only
didn't
thing
get our penalty kill set up, Jack, until after that first year of Paul Maurice. Then it started to look like, oh, this is our co-host Nick Ledeen said it starts to look like Carolina.
We didn't have personnel
And
for that.
I brought that up too. I was like, hey, the way that they sort of, it's not just a kill, it's they attack the guy who has the puck.
Yes.
So it's backs and bobbles.
The push up.
Backs and bobbles. If they bobble it, attack. If their back is to the goaltender, attack. The craziest thing, my wife and I, we were in Long Island for a wedding for one of my buddies. That Bruins series. And so my first playoff game was game 2. What I talked about the other night. And so I was like, the only time I'm going to an NHL Stanley Cup playoff game is if I get to see the Panthers. So it was Panthers, Bruins up here in Boston. They won. And then my wife and I had a wedding to go to. So we drove down to Long Island and they got crushed in game 3 and game 4 on home ice.
Oh, it was like, it wasn't fun. Like there were,
however, there's just some random dude next to me and he's just like, Florida's going to win this series. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, hey, I'm a Vegas gambler. I'm out here just to see my daughter. And I'm like, what? He's like, Florida's going to win this series. And I'm like, you're crazy, man. And to this day, like my wife will tell you the same thing. He was like, he's sitting there and we got an Uber. He's like, we're staying close to each other. We shared an Uber back. And he's like, I gamble for a living. He's like, Florida's going to win this series. And I'm like, you're out of your gourd, man. Like, what are you talking about?
Because he's thinking from a gambler's perspective. You're thinking from a hockey perspective.
Yeah, there's no emotion.
Because there is zero. Because watching games,
I want to know what those numbers were, though.
There was zero hockey sense that thought we were going to win that series because Boston was killing us.
You talk about Paul Maurice's game along the wall, along the boards. We couldn't get to anything.
No, but he goes, dude. He's like, just watch what's going to happen. And to this day, I still think about that guy when we won that series in overtime. Because he was like,
you're gonna be dreaming about for the rest of eternity.
No, because he just it almost
different
like
parts of your life, like at this birthday party, at this graduation.
Dude, I mean, I want to go to his mausoleum whenever he passes and just throw a Panthers jersey on. Like,
and what's crazy is people always bring up certain goals or whatever. The Verhaeghe Game 7 overtime winner, the Lusto Game 6 game winner, Kachuk's OT winner, Game 5. The best goal of that series was Montour's tire in Game 7, which no one rarely talks about. Because
I should talk about it more, and I should talk about the first goal of Game 7. Cody always says the first goal is so important. That night is the definition of the first goal is important.
Because
he went ball there. And Cody's like, oh, Swayman should have that save. Doesn't matter.
I mean, he should have. It was backhand 5-hole. Let's be real.
But you're right, Cody. The way he snuck that.
I don't know how he did it. I still don't know. Because Barkov shoots it, goes off Bergeron's skate right to his tape, and he has the wherewithal to one-time it, and it beats him short side.
But that was the big adjustment in that series. If you guys go back and watch Game 3 and 4, Cody talked about this on the postgame. We weren't activating our D down that weak side wall, and they start bringing Montour down there. He starts creeping down there, and that was a big turning point in that series.
I still feel that the biggest goal in that series was the Luster-Raian goal.
Oh, yeah.
We don't win that series without that goal.
That game 6 did not make sense with the rest of the series.
Yeah, it was just watching. It was such back and forth. Like when Dalby scored, I think that's when we were all losing our mind.
I lost my mind on that.
We were like, "What?
Get up here! I want to give you a hug."
Like I think that's Goldie's best called game. I seriously do because it was just like it was so much emotion in that game for him.
Yeah.
And
he was like every fan in that moment.
You know,
so our whole franchise, that series, people are going to talk about the Carolina one, the Toronto one, but like we don't get past Boston there. Cody and always say, Jack, and you being a local Bostonian now, where does this team go from that point?
Well, people always say, like, we
was
talked about this before. Like, you asked me what's my favorite series win out of all these, and I will perpetually, forever say the Washington Capitals win. And you're like, we didn't deserve it, and then we got swept by the Lightning. I don't care.
It was just because it was the first time in 2016.
But can't you put the Boston one in 23 with the Washington one?
The Washington one meant more to me.
Yeah,
it meant it.
I get it as an OG, but that Boston series, man, I just like, wow.
You know what? But here's the thing: we didn't finish it that year. So
we didn't finish it in 23 either.
Yeah, but like the way we went out versus Lightning was so damn embarrassing. It was.
Yeah,
I couldn't watch
that Washington series. Even that, it was getting to the point where they were going to win that series. It was like I enjoyed it so much. It was a sense of relief. I looked up, my story offline. I told you, and like the next shift, Carter Verhaeghe scores that goal, and I screamed. I said, "About effing time! But it was such a sense of relief because that series was stressful, and like we were a goalpost away from losing that series. Of course, we did. Things finally went our way, Jeff.
Right.
But you go fast forward ahead to that Boston series. You get everything in that Boston.
Yeah,
and I think the Boston,
that brings you back to '96. That Boston.
So the Washington series told me that regardless of what happens next, we're gonna win. Like, this team is legit. The Boston series,
but we weren't legit. We needed major change.
Yeah. Well, but it was if we're gonna win on talent alone, that was the series. Yeah, and we won on talent alone.
That's not how you win in May.
Shout out Carter Verhaeghe, by the way.
Yeah. By the way, yeah, that's the reason. That's the reason we won that series. But fast forwarding to the Boston series,
we might need Nick for this unless Jack wants this. I don't think.
And I seen this is a bad narrative. He did not nearly knock the puck in the damn net. He swept it to the corner.
Sorry, put it back on the screen there, Cody. My fault.
Yeah,
that was this time, Cody. I didn't think.
But Ekblad almost knocked the puck in the net. No, Ekblad swept the puck out of harm's way. He just put it to the corner. He didn't nearly put it in. He just swept it to the corner.
Are we talking about the Brad Marchand breakaway?
Yes, he just swept it to the corner. It was like nowhere near. But here's the thing. My favorite series, I told Kirby this. I'm not sure if I told Jack this. 23 versus Carolina, and here's why. That's when Barkov became a playoff performer. That was the series that the switch turned on for him.
Go ahead.
But it
preach,
turned in the Boston.
No, Cody.
It turned in the Boston series when he hit
started there, but that was when the light switch was fully on. That was the first time in his Panther career he was the best player in a series for us, forward wise, like forward and D wise. Bob, otherworldly, but
and on my old podcast, I got criticized for it. You guys, my number one pick player in that series, both teams, and remember how tight that series was going to be and projected to be. This is an Alexander Barkov moment to shine, and he needs to be the number one player in this series. And I know Matthew Tkachuk gets all the flowers for the big time moments, but like Cody said,
Barkov was
the best
beast that series because, like that first goal where Duclair found him and he just beat Anderson glove side. That was the most pumped he was at that time. But then game 2 happens and he fake in between the legs backhand.
So Cody, that goal, the Duclair goal you're talking about,
those
if you go back and watch it, his play out of his own blue line into the neutral zone was like amazing. Go back and watch that goal, and you'll be like, okay, he does a little like head fake thing, and then just kind of yeah. It's that's my thing. It's like these are like the
series is not going to Tkachuk in overtimes if Barkov doesn't do what he does. Like they're not overtime magic if Barkov's not a presence in that series like he was.
And the other thing is just like that series, it was insane because those were phenomenal games.
Hey, I watched it. They didn't win they didn't win.
But Cody's saying that series, and Cody also calls that series boring, but he's picking it because that was the Barkov.
I didn't call that series boring.
The overtimes.
No, the game one, second and third overtime, horrible hockey. I'll stand on that one. It was horrible hockey.
That's one of my favorite games.
I'm sorry. It was just
I grew up
Carolina
on
dumping it in, and Florida was just like,
you get to see Ryan Longberg out there. You get to see these guys are eating bananas.
Longberg ended in the first overtime, and White got shoves into the fucking crease, and they call it GI. Like, it should have ended earlier.
I love that though.
And the funny thing is, the game winner just happens like off just like a quick forecheck bang bang play, and it was just a hell of a shot.
Buses, let's go. Buses in 20.
Game two.
My favorite image is like Forsling hugging Bob, and they're both on the ground.
And game two, we broke Carolina because they said, we can't go with Freddie. He needs to rest. He had IVs. Bob's right back out there.
And
the brilliance of Bob.
And what did Kenny Albert say again? Tkachuk scores. He does it again. And
that broke Carolina losing that game one and then going into game two.
I knew we had him when after game three. Remember they showed the tunnel and Kotkaniemi's destroying his stick.
Oh, game three. Well, how many high danger chances? I know Jack likes some analytics. Gets into those numbers.
They had so many. It was so bad.
Like, one or two or three high danger that game.
It was like all their shots were from the point. They kept going to deflections or out in front. But that was actually back when we figured out the system and packed it in pretty well.
Yeah.
But then we just ran into Vegas, and then we just didn't have the size.
So what was brilliant about that series is like Paul. So it's called the W, right? So you have the goaltender, and when you're in the attacking zone, you put a wing up behind the goalie, and another like your F2 behind the goalie, and then you always have this sort of swing center that can kind of do this. Yeah. So wherever it was, and and that's how they scored the game-winning goal in that series. So you had this little swing play, and so it was like, hey, anything that goes behind the net, you're going to attack the 1D. So you can go left or right. So you have a defenseman up the board, you can curl it back, or you can have a defenseman on the other side and you can curl it the other way. But we're going to have two wingers that are here, and you're always going to have the attacking forward, and whatever side it comes in on, you're going to have that defenseman that's going to cheat in a little bit. And that's what they were doing, and that's how Tkachuk scored that goal, like in that quadruple overtime game. Go back and watch it. It was a W attack play.
Yeah.
Oh God, it's such. And by the way, Paul Maurice masterclass.
Yep. And then
just by the way, he said, "Look, guys, we're not going to win by being this, super highfalutin score, defend, and then when you get the opportunity to attack, you take it."
Yep. But it's funny. He brings up like that OT game as a favorite. Do you know which one was like? I think you guys are agreeing on this. You know which one was the best overtime playoff goal we've scored?
What do you mean?
Reinhardt game 4 Rangers.
Oh God.
Reinhardt game 4 Rangers on the power play where everyone touches the puck and it was no one stick for about 0.1 seconds.
Can you still hear the ka-chink in your head? Off that?
I put game 2. Carolina slightly had that everyone touches the puck there as well.
No, but it's like Reinhardt bumper bang.
Right? Both of them are coach dreams. Both of them are.
So what was it? That game was like, it was Ekblad down to Barkov.
The Rangers. It was Montour.
It was Montour down to Barkov.
I know exactly what happened. So basically, Trouba overextends to Tkachuk. Tkachuk eats the hit. Finds over to Montour. Montour funnels it right low to Barkov because Trouba's gone, so that space is open.
Right
from the blue line to the goal line, and it's open. And now that defender has to pull over to Barkov, and he just finds Reinhardt.
And Reinhardt, is he a little higher there in the bumper than normal? I think he's a little bit.
Probably a little bit higher to give more room so he's not shooting right into Shesterkin's paths, but it's like here.
But he didn't go far side. He went short side.
Yeah, he just went short side high, and like Shesterkin's in the butterfly because he's just like kind of hoping it hits him.
It sounded like when we were kids and you would like hit a Mario block that gave you like a money.
Yeah.
That's what it sounded like. It was like ka-chink. It was so, and to this day, I still think about both of you because it's in my office, hanging behind me. I have a piece of the net from Game 7, and like all of the,
Oh, Edmonton.
yeah. So
That was the most stress I've ever been in as a sports fan. Before that Game 7.
But I have all the players' faces, and the one player that's not on the team,
Yes.
Money Montour.
That's a nice piece you have. It's a great piece.
God.
No, that stress before that Game 7.
Once a champion, always a champion. Watching Ryan Lomberg throw down tonight in a fight, and I just smile. You know, when you see the guys that won it for us, I never feel like people feel sad. It's like I get more happiness before I think melancholy.
Oh no! I'm happy. I'm happy because it's like I'm never gonna forget those guys.
Yeah, they're always gonna be remembered.
Like you guys don't forget.
Still playing somewhere else. And
like Kirby remembers like everyone for that 96 team. I'm gonna remember everybody from the 22, the 23, 24 teams.
Oh, I'm not saying I won't either. Yeah.
Cody,
I actually have more vivid memory of that as an adult than as a kid. Like some of that stuff starts to fade.
I remember.
I know on air you told me name the 96 roster. I think I left out 2 people.
Yeah.
Like but you know, and I should have not left out the 1. I think, but again, like it's memory fades over time when it's you know.
But 23. No, like first line Barkov or Hagee Duclair. Second line Bennett, Kachuk, Cousins. Third line Lundell, Lusterwein, and Reinhart. Fourth line Stahl, Lomberg, and Cousins. And then your first D player, Ekblad Forsling. Second pair, Montour, Mark Stahl. Third pair, Radko Gudish, Josh Mahura. Then Bobrovsky, then Lyon, because Knight was in the program. Our scratches, Dalpe was a scratch. Who the heck?
Well, you didn't mention Colin White, I think.
No, I said White. Yeah, White, Lomberg. Stahl. No, Stahl, Lomberg, White. That's who was the fourth line. Dang, who would have been our scratches? Dalpe was a scratch. Denisenko was a scratch.
You could add Casey Fitzgerald in there.
Casey Fitzgerald, yep.
You guys are such nerds. Oh my
Who
God.
the hell is our black ace goalie?
You coming on gets Cody to go down this path. Yeah.
Like
if Cody was on with you on the members only, we would have been 3.5 hours.
Oh my gosh. And so by the way, Cody, I wanted to give you your flowers too, man. Like what you guys bring to this community. You guys rock, man.
Well, I hope Cody heard the live stream yesterday and then the members only, because there was a lot of mention of Cody on those shows.
Yeah, dude.
I didn't see the live stream yesterday.
And the members only one you should check out.
2025, you guys just rocked. I mean, you had a ton of content.
Yeah.
Those post-game playoff streams
we're working smarter, not hard. I was thinking this today. I know people on our X side.
Oh.
I don't know if I can do both. We might be over on the YouTube side. I had to do both. It was quite a bit.
That was
that Toronto series.
Those were long nights.
Toronto series, man. That speaking of 23,
what's funny is like one thing I've learned is I can't go out of town during Panther playoff runs because that's when shit goes haywire.
Oh, Cody's worried about leaving for big things now with the trade.
Actually, Cody, where do you live actually?
Right now, Valdosta, Georgia, southern Georgia.
Okay, nice.
My
brother lives in Marietta, so north Atlanta.
I believe that's where our guy Chris Scott.
One of the best diners in the world, Marietta Diner.
Oh God, dude. What's his name? Was there?
Guy Fieri.
Guy Fieri. Yeah.
One of the best diners I've ever been to. I got the fried chicken with the disco fries.
Dude,
And Kirby, just let you know, disco fries
nostalgia, bringing it back. Like, so that's where my parents lived for a long time. My brother got married last year, and my mom and dad and my wife and my 2 kids went to the Marriott at a diner. Last October. Yeah, that was awesome.
A million things on that menu.
A million things, but you can get the best pancakes ever.
Yes.
Yeah, that place. Yeah.
But you know what's funny? Chris Scott went down there, and I got it, and I said, "Hey, yo, go to Flanagan's. I don't care what you do. Flanagan's is a must stop with the damn rib rolls."
And he stopped with that visit to Flanagan's at our sponsor Caneswear and picked up a lot of merch there and say, Cats and Rats sent you when you guys go, so make sure you mention that.
Yep. And hey, Canes wear Fancas right across the street from each other. I say hit both of them. Right there on North University Drive in Davie, Florida, right off of I-595.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Chris picked up a bunch of items at Canes for him and his wife there. So
hey, exciting time for young fans. They're in the Final Four right now. Hey,
yeah.
Listen, I still think it's Indiana's to lose, and that's not even me being biased.
That has been Cody's and Nick's pick. Hey, but I'll be with you guys. Whatever. Yeah, I watched the fourth quarter of that game.
No, but Kirby, did you watch Indiana at all?
No, I haven't.
I've watched it all. I think the Hurricanes are going to win the championship.
Wow. People said if the Hurricanes beat the Ohio State, which a lot of people said they were going to, that they were going to win. So
yeah, but here's the thing, Kirby. Here's a stat for you. Indiana was the only team that had a bye that did not lose.
I just always think, like, if you beat Ohio State, I've seen it in the past with Alabama.
And by the way, isn't that weird? It's like, hey, congratulations. Now you don't get to play for 3 weeks.
My issue with that is I think the one edit I would do, I think the semis right after that first round, the second round, I think those teams should get home field advantage as well. That's one of my things. I think if you get the bye, I think you deserve a game in your home field. Like
Grin. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah,
I think Ohio State deserved a game in Columbus. I think Indiana deserved a game.
Miami had to go to College Station and try to win there. And by the way,
that game too.
That game was a defensive masterclass. I mean, it was just like nobody scoring.
It was a bit of a defensive masterclass, and then sometimes it was like more of like, and also the quarterbacks just not being it, like just messing up when they actually have the opportunities.
I don't think they gave Beck his sort of like ability to go, hey.
I think Beck gets extremely disrespected.
I do too. Yeah.
That's just me. And like, Florida State just had 2 quarterbacks visit them that's in the portal. One of them's kind of funny, which is DJ Lagway from Florida. If he committed to us, that would be hilarious. I don't want it to happen. I want us to run with Kevin Sperry, the guy we have in there now. But anyway, gentlemen, as we took down the trip down memory lane, let's take a look at the standings as of right now. Let's look at the teams who are hot and look at the team who's not. The Buffalo Sabres 10-game winning streak has been snapped.
Yes.
They lost to Columbus here tonight. What a run for the Sabres. They're going to probably fall off a cliff now. Tumble right back down the standings. But hey, they've had some, like Tage Thomas playing very well for them. Alex Tuck, who's looking for a mate, who's right now, I think, the top winger on free agency as of right now. If he stays in Buffalo or he gets traded at the deadline, we'll see. I mean,
we'll figure out when we talk about all these names, because with the Olympics this year, that's start to be the point when we talk about, hey, who's available here?
Yep.
Free agency and a trade deadline.
And now Colorado coming into Florida on a 10-game winning streak now. Like, wow. And still have yet to lose in regulation at home.
And they've only lost 2 or 3 games in regulation this year.
They've only lost 2.
Oh, man.
And then Edmonton vaults up to now they are first in the Pacific. Then again, Vegas has 3 games in hand with 1 point back, so that's probably going to change.
We got Boston and Vancouver right now 0-0 in the first. Hopefully we get some more out-of-town scoreboard help here.
But I think right now the disappointment right now is the Winnipeg Jets, who are currently 1-6-3 in their last 10 on a 4-game losing streak.
President's Trophy winners last year.
To last in the Western Conference. Hell, last in the league.
They're doing a Florida Panthers impression of a few years back, but they're making...
We were never this bad. We were not this bad.
Well, we down.
I don't remember if we were, but I'm pretty sure we weren't last in the league bad.
I'm trying to think that year.
We were probably 25th, 26th. We weren't 32.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the team that might have been down there. Yeah. I have to go back. We got to a point where we were 10, 11 points out. I think that was the highest point.
Well, a few weeks ago, we were the last in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah,
but
but,
then,
but
Toronto's been there this year.
yeah, but that's different this year with every East team being above 500.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. You guys fact check that. Let us know in the comments. Were we last in the Eastern Conference at any point in 22, 23? Don't count.
I wouldn't be surprised if we were. I don't think we were. I think Montreal was still pretty bad then.
Montreal. So it was one of Philadelphia or Columbus. I can't.
And then, damn, who had the first pick? That was Chicago's year. So
yeah, there would have been teams out there. Boston just scored, of course. But yeah,
who was tanking along with Chicago?
Yeah, it was more in the West that year than the East.
Because there were two teams that were
Anaheim,
chasing Bedard. Was that? Yeah.
Anaheim, Chicago.
The Ducks.
Might have been. It might have been the Ducks were pretty bad back then as well.
Of course,
But I mean, the Winnipeg Jets just.
What do you want to talk about them? Just that.
I mean, like I'm pulling up some stats right here for you, but it's just an absolute, just travesty right now. I mean, people are saying they may never win again, and Elliot Friedman's saying they're looking to add scoring depth now. Just
looking to add?
Okay. Yes. Looking at guys like Andrew Mangiapane.
That's so frustrating for me. That's a good team. They have a lot of solid players.
And they got guys
Olympic players.
Yep, locked in that are supposed to be,
They have lost 9 consecutive games now. Probably
at this point they're at the most fork in the road that they were when Paul Maurice was just on his way out, Like it's going to get to that level because when Bowness came in, he kind of stabilized things. Arneal did that last year, obviously with the season that they had.
And then by the way, Maurice going, I'm going to bow out gracefully.
Oh,
now, everyone burned him for leaving. They're going like he.
A lot of our fans welcome him called him a quitter, and I don't know.
Quitter.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I call him? A 2-time Cup champion.
So it's called. It's called. He knew what time it was.
Yeah.
And luckily for the Jets, they do own their first round pick next year, so that is something. But right now, it's just they're on pace.
I don't think they should upgrade. The top 3 in the Central Division is out of reach. What are you trying to grasp for?
Isn't that wild? Where Maurice goes, man, I'm leaving a team that is probably a top 5 NHL team, and I'm like, and then I'm like, hey, I have this system that they're not buying into, and I'm gonna go teach it to Florida, and I got to get the captain on board. And I think we can win with this. And then finally, when they got on board with it, it was like, dude, I think he meant it wholeheartedly when he said to all of us, I hope the next team that wins the Stanley Cup is the Winnipeg Jets. Yeah. He meant that. And I was sitting here going like, after Florida wins 3 consecutive Stanley Cups, and then you could win your cup.
And here's the thing: they play 2 games. There are 2 games off, and yes, in their 5-game homestand, not an easy one. They are playing their first game is against the Vegas Golden Knights. Then the Edmonton Oilers come to town, and then the LA Kings come to town. Then the Devils come to town. Then the Islanders come to town.
Yeah, that's a little murderer's row there. And by the way, the Islanders, way better than I thought they were going to be this year.
I wasn't too sure. I didn't want to count them out.
The Islanders got the biggest lottery luck in the last 20, 30 years in sports.
Yep.
Oh, dude, Schaefer's oh, God. That guy's going to be a stud forever.
With one of our co-hosts on him last year.
He can skate like the wind. He's the next Makar, dude. Okay. Like, he is amazing. Amazing.
See if he continues this path of generational play. I know that word gets thrown around.
Dude, I granted, you have to sort of see how he marinates into the league. But
I'm not ready to put him to that class yet, but it's been quite
dude,
his
but
numbers
his skating, just his skating ability for me is like what does it.
Yeah, but you know what? As we wrap up here, I want to play a little game with you two because you guys know the game pretty well. Have a pretty good
Oh
pulse on
god,
the
here we
NHL.
go.
I did not have this plan, Jack.
I did.
You did.
It's called fill in the blank.
Oh, boy.
I'm gonna give you guys top 5 from a category. You're gonna have to tell me what's the blank. Right up here, ice time. Time on ice for skaters. At number 1, you had Quinn Hughes at 27-19. Number 2, Zach Rowensky at 26-42. Number 3, Miro Heiskanen at 25-59. Your blank player is at 25-54 of ice time. And number 5 is Jake Sanderson at 25-13. Name that missing player.
Last year, Drew Doughty was on this list, Jack, but I don't think he would be this year. I don't know, Jack. Do you have any guesses? 1 or 2 names come to mind for me, but I don't know if I'm right.
Seth Jones.
That was one of them.
We have one answer with Seth Jones. Kirby.
That's what I was thinking. I'm just doubling down. Seth Jones.
It is not Seth Jones. Seth Jones is currently 25th or 28th in the league at 23-29.
No.
The blank player from the Columbus Blue Jackets, Ivan Provorov, at nearly 26 minutes a night.
So Werenski and Provorov are in the top 5.
They are.
Interesting. Okay.
Hey, listen, this is why I'm doing this. It's kind of fun.
Kind of fun. You're throwing something.
Hey, listen. All right. What about face-off win percentage per team?
Face-off percentage? What?
So no, wait a minute. So team, like not
team
individual
face-off percentage.
Okay.
Team face-off percentage.
Oh, team.
Number 1, the Toronto Maple Leafs at 56.3.
Wow.
Number 2, the Ottawa Senators at 55.6, aka the Claude Giroux effect. Number 3, the New York Rangers at 53.8. Number 4, the Edmonton Oilers at 52.5. And number 5, blank at 52.1.
It ain't the Florida Panthers, Jack.
We are currently 26th in the league.
God
this team
damn.
does a lot of crafty centers. So once I say it, it will make sense.
I don't want to say Tampa.
That's on my train of thought. I don't either, but I was thinking.
Because
I'll give you this in Western Conference team.
what were the top 4 again? No, they're all East. They're all Eastern Conference teams.
Leafs, Sens, Rangers, Oilers, and then blank.
He said crafty. What the hell, team crap?
It's something in my mind is going like LA Kings-ish, but I don't
Vegas because
think...
William Karlsson's been hurt. Crap.
Yeah. It's going to be weird. It's probably going to be like Utah or Seattle or something.
I'll go Minnesota.
Minnesota.
I'll go. You know what? No, because I feel like you're giving it away. I was going to say the Dallas Stars, but I'll say the Dallas Stars. Whatever.
You're 1 spot off. They're 6th currently.
Ooh.
Minnesota's 28th. They're below Florida, actually.
Oh, wow. With Eriksson Ek. Okay.
Yeah. Tampa's 30th, if that makes it any funnier.
That surprises me.
The correct answer, I see it in the chat right here. Shout out Adonis. It is Nashville.
Why do we don't know if Adonis? Hey, Adonis, I love you. We don't know.
Really? Oh well, Ryan O'Reilly.
Nash, like O'Reilly, like.
Hold on. I'm jumping in. If Adonis comes and plays trivia with us this year, which we talked about the other night, Jack, maybe we'll do it in the summer.
Yeah.
We need to see you guys on camera. We need to see your hands and everything, right? Like we need to see things, right? Who was it?
It was Nashville.
Nashville. That's mind-boggling.
Like he's giving us Nashville, Columbus defensemen. Like, sorry, Jack. Like I'm doing a lot of content here. I'm not catching.
All right.
I watched the Leafs tonight. I'm watching Boston.
All right. Here's another question.
How many more questions?
Just this last one because it's kind of funny, and I like to see you guys squirm.
Squirm. He likes to see you squirm.
Cody likes to do this, but like Caesar's making notes, Nick's making notes.
Yeah, but here's the thing. People always complain about the trivia when I asked obvious trivia sometimes and the people don't know it. Like I asked who scored the game. Here's the thing. This was one of the questions I think apparently I tricked people on. I said, true or false, Sam Reinhart scored the Stanley Cup winning goal in the 2025 Stanley Cup final. And
He
the
did
answer
not.
would be,
It was Matthew Tkachuk.
I was told I tricked people on that. Kirby, am I lying?
Oh, I kind of remember. Cody, I honestly can't remember all the comments and the barbs that we get, but we do get them. Yeah.
But
Oh, and dude, by the way, oh god, Lusto sucked in.
oh yeah,
Freaking,
Lusto sucked in McGavid.
Oh, God.
No, that is everyone wants to talk about the Sam Bennett shift against what was it, Edmonton with Carolina?
Where no,
By the way,
the Sam
Lusto-
Bennett,
Lusto
where he hit
created
the hell
that
out of
goal too.
everybody.
Lundell shift in that Matthew Tkachuk goal. He
Hey,
does 4 or 5
Lusto
things.
created that goal too.
No, it's the
I
Lundell.
have the top 7 defenseman scorers.
At all time.
No, currently this
Yeah,
season.
we'll do better on that, Jack.
Currently this season.
Okay.
Number 1, Cale Makar
Cale Makar, yeah.
at 47. Number 2, Zach Werenski at 42. Number 3, Lane Hudson at 40. Number 4, Evan Bouchard at 38. Number 5, Miro Heiskanen at 35. Tied for 6, Darren Radish at 34. And then who is the last one? Blank, also tied with 34.
Darren Radish getting a lot of power play time now, Jack, with Victor
With Hedman out. No. Who is the last guy?
I almost want to go Schaefer, but probably not.
I hope he's trolling me with Eric Carlson, some crap like that.
I'm not trolling you.
So he's tied with Radish?
He is tied with Radish.
Does Taves play in the power play? No, he doesn't.
That much points.
And he may not go to the Olympics now because with his wife and the incoming pregnancy.
Yeah.
I
got a guy. I don't think you said his name.
All right.
My guess is Jacob Chikrin.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a very good one.
It's indeed a good one.
Tough tonight in my head.
Jack?
So who was it again? Can I hear the names again?
Makar, Werenski, Hudson, Bouchard, Heiskanen, Radish, blank.
Hughes?
Which one?
That just got traded to Minnesota?
Jack is correct. It is Quinn Hughes.
There you go, Jack. There you go. Good
at
one.
34 points. Chikrin just on the outside at 31.
Just behind.
He's tied for 9th with Mo Sider at 31, but he's right behind Josh.
I was thinking a Detroit guy, but I'm like Evanston and Sider.
He was right in between those two. Josh Morrissey.
I wouldn't have got him, but I was thinking Detroit, and then I was thinking Chikrin. Good one. I couldn't use it.
And by the way, love Morrissey. God, I wish he was a Panther. Oh God! If I could trade Ekblad for Morrissey today, I would do it.
Morrissey bothers me a bit, but I can see that guy being your guy, Jack, because he skates well, he moves the puck well. But we need something heavier than that. We need a defensive.
What's kind of hilarious is this is the wrapping up here tonight. This is the first time I've ever seen the Panthers not have a top 10 guy in penalty minutes.
We're just spreading the wealth. I don't know.
But we're the losers. We're like the guys that Yeah. Okay.
Forsing's like, I'll take 2 penalties tonight, and then Ekblad's like, I'll take 2 tonight, and then we get it. Petrie once in a while, he'll take 2. Like it's kind of like that. So
is that frustrating for you? Is that frustrating for you guys, knowing that not having the insulation that Barkov brings? It's sort of.
No,
we have to have these guys sort of do this.
No, because here's the thing.
Does that make sense?
Because the system already puts so much pressure on the D to always pinch up, and when they do, and the forwards don't cover for them, and it's a 2-on-1 the other way, and we're kind of looking at the defenseman like, oh, like what are you guys doing? Well, when the system requires the forwards to come back, when a D does pinch,
so many goals have been scored off the rush. For
just
opponents.
Because of the exact same thing, because the forwards are coming back. Like I think, AJ Greer struggles with a lot. So I think that's like one of the biggest things so far this year. I think the D sometimes gets a lot of flack for that. And people are going to be like, we'll just stop pinching. Well, if that's our system, we can't just stop doing that.
I just think our D doesn't communicate well, the guys we have.
And I think it's time, just, hey, Ekblad doesn't always have to play with Forsling. Maybe switch it up a little bit. Let's just see.
People want to see it, but then I always say Paul Maurice don't do that. He's very rigid in his... me and Cody talked about that last night on the post game.
Yeah, he is. However, when he finally is like, enough's enough, like he goes, whatever we can do to make this better, he will do it.
I think there's internal talk on it to tell you what I know, but he's so resistant to it.
Well, I think.
And you deal with Ekblad and having him have that, but hey, you bring him back on an extension. He's not our top.
I mean, let's be honest. Like Ekblad's a second pairing guy.
Like he's got to be that event. You bring him back 7-8 years. He ain't finish it. He's not Nicholas.
He's not finishing top pair. And
like, Forsling's still a top pairing guy because of how well he skates, but he can't keep covering for him. His play has also diminished.
Forsling's been kind of worse than Ekblad a bit sometimes at point this year.
Agreed.
But I guess last question here: true or false? Aaron Ekblad leads the Panthers defenseman in penalty minutes.
Currently,
this
season.
Mm-hmm.
I feel Cody wouldn't give us this answer because he's an Ekblad Island guy. I'll go false, but it sure feels like he leads us. But it could be another guy in there. He might be second or third.
Yeah, it's going to be something stupid like Seth Jones leads the team in penalty minutes.
That'd be wild if it is, but he plays a lot of minutes.
No, it's his partner though.
Mikola's
got good plus minus this year. I think
Mikola's at 35. Like I'm scrolling here, like Ekblad nor Forsling are even in the top 96 for penalty minutes. But then again, that could be due to the lack of.
Is Ekblad second on the team in most penalty minutes for Panthers?
No, that's actually Mikkola. Mikkola's second. No, wait, Bennett's second. My bad.
No, hold on. You said Mikkola is first for defense. Who's second for defense?
That I'm not too sure. I would have to look. I'm just looking at like on the penalty minutes, like on NHL.com.
Yeah.
But like our top three are Greer 1, Bennett 2, Mikkola 3, Marchand 4.
But is this like buttressed by like a game misconduct or something? Or
I don't remember Mikkola getting a game misconduct unless it was like late in a Tampa game that I didn't watch. Because I was at work.
By the way, they deserve all the game misconducts at the end of any Tampa game.
Listen, here's the thing. There are not many penalty calls where I'm just like, yeah, that was a soft one. Like,
there's a ton of that.
That's a ton that you look. But sometimes I just look at it, I'm like, well, that's a penalty. I'll live with that.
My God, the Ovechkin.
That one was hilarious. I actually laughed at that one. That was funny.
My God, if somebody could put like the freaking God.
Here's a funny thing. He didn't get fined for it. So it was even funnier.
If anyone could do like when he's falling and then just have Celine Dion like singing in the background. I just please somebody like promo that because that was the weakest of the weak calls.
I actually audibly laughed at that one. But the rest were not good that night. I'll stand on that one for both sides. Mainly Washington, I felt, because there were some calls.
Hey, Cody, Happy New Year, dude. It's good to see you. I'm happy we get to talk on camera. I was talking to Kirby earlier. Zach wants to do like a wrestling thing where we can like talk like mainstream, like during WrestleMania or like.
I'm down.
Yeah,
that's Zach Call, the musician, for all you guys. Good friend.
Yeah, Zach Top, one of the best out there. Look, Downstate, one of my favorite bands ever. Actually, was my music taste in middle school because it's like the wrestling themes or whatever. I still think the best wrestling theme ever, Jeff Hardy, No More Words. Take that to my grave.
I go way back on that.
Dude, and I have the blonde hair because I was Joe Hendry for Halloween.
Don't bring me on a modern stuff, Jack. I told you off. Bring me on for the old school.
Say his name and he appears.
People are asking Jack in his real life, what did you do to your hair?
Yeah, I'm like, dude, I believe in Joe Hendry.
There
Come
we go.
on, let's go.
Yeah,
No, but honestly, Zach reached. He's one of my best friends in the world. We talk weekly, and he was like, "Dude, that was such a fun like get together. It was neat to like nostalgize about back in the day stuff, and um,
He used to sleep on your couch, or you used to sleep on his? What was it?
no. So that's the crazy thing. So his whole band came down to South Florida. I was living with the producer of both of our bands, and he's like, "Hey, I got this band coming into town. They're called Downstate, and we're gonna record their record. And you guys are gonna." He's like, "You're gonna love these guys because they're all nerds." And they came into town, and I was like, what color is Luke Skywalker's lightsaber? Like that was me. Like that was sort of like, if you don't answer this question correctly.
I eat the last at those weddings that do Star Wars or Star Trek. It's true story. It's happened.
Yes. So thank you.
Give me hockey or old school wrestling trivia. I'm eating early.
What's old school to you? Like Attitude Era?
Yeah, I go all the way from the 80s to early.
Or like Hulk Hogan type stuff.
Golden era to Attitude Era to the.
I'm like God, how far? I think I sent this to you earlier, Kirby. I'm like yeah, probably Attitude Area, but I'm like God, how far back do I go? Like Sting for me is like
Dark Sting or Beach Boy Sting.
No, I'm talking like
bro. That's Attitude.
like Sting, like early Sting.
Oh,
like,
that's Beach Sting. That's
Beach Boy Sting.
So that is that's Golden Era into New Generation Era.
And I'm also talking about Hacksaw Jim Dugan's. Hey, like
for that stuff I can come on Zach. Sure.
So, dude, Cody, I'm 41. How old are you?
I just turned 24. Like
yeah,
I told Kirby this.
So Kirby and I are like in our 40s.
And Nick's younger. Like how we do this Panther content. I like to see other people try it, the different generation. We just kind of click, like we fill in us. Cody gets mad once. I don't bring up 96 Love, but sometimes we have to mention it. But yeah, it's great. We're here to do current content. So.
I can't stand it when people bring up like before the cuss. I couldn't stand 96. Like I couldn't stand people bringing up Dan Marino. It's just like, oh, you get 96, you get Dan Marino, one of the greatest quarterbacks ever, and I get this shit.
But if you go look at Miami Dolphins content, they talk about Marino all the time. I understand Marino.
That's what infuriates me. I didn't see him.
Better than 96 Panthers.
I saw Cleo Lemon. I saw Dante Culpepper.
But if you look at it, they weren't winning.
But you know what's great about this now, Cody? 15 years from now, you're going to be like, well, I mean, what about this team?
Yeah,
you're going to be like, what about that pass that Alexander Barkov made against the Carolina Hurricanes over to Carter Verhaeghe? Like, you're going to have that. That's going to be you soon, dude.
I know.
That's I know you're going there, but that's not quite mine and Jack's generation. But I get you. It's good to know history. It's good to know stuff, even if you're not a part of it. I try to impart that onto Cody.
Listen,
I wasn't around for the beaters.
I'm still trying to like appreciate like modern wrestling now. I love Trick Williams. I love Joe Hendry. I love Jordan Grace. Like I like the new faces that are in wrestling right now.
I don't know. It's kind of a sad point for me because all my childhood people are on the way out.
Point where I did that.
Like John Cena just retired. My favorite wrestler of all time is about to retire too. AJ Styles.
Oh, dude, AJ Styles a beast.
He's my favorite ever. I watched him when he was in TNA, and then he went to New Japan, and then he came to WWE. Because I watched like all wrestling. I didn't watch just straight WWE. I watched all of it. So,
dude, same. And by the way, I enjoy TNA and NXT more than SmackDown or Raw.
I love Black and Gold NXT because I still think one of my favorite matches ever was Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yes. Oh my God. Oh my god, dude! All right, we got to talk off.
We got to
like
on another shit because
Yeah, but we gotta
channel.
we gotta wrap. We gotta wrap
I'll
up.
be online around the
But
clock.
hey, we appreciate everyone here for watching. Once again, shout out to our sponsors, Caneswear, Jeremy Beckham. Remember, members, sign up now. Remember, shout out to Jay Osceola for the 50 gifted.
Is that what we're going with? Jay Osceola? Like you got.
That's what it is, Jay Osceola.
Okay,
put it up.
Okay.
And the last minute's brought to you by Anajar and Levine.
Remove the J. It's Osceola. So Jay Osceola, appreciate you. Remember, get those subscriptions now because Matthew Tkachuk's close to returning. I think it's going to be in a week because I think he's going to shed
December 27th.
I know, but hey, I was nearly there. I was not quite there, but Vancouver just scored.
Anyways, we're 2 hours in here.
But we appreciate you guys for watching.
Hold on. I'm gonna buy some memberships here.
Oh, no way! Right now,
yeah, I'm doing it. So if you guys are hanging
appreciate it.
If you guys hung around for this, Jack's gifting you here. Appreciate it.
You guys are hanging out. Let me see here. Hold on. How do I do
Jack's
this?
putting it in live time here. Haven't had this happen before. Jack, you gotta join us on the members only though. Make sure when we do that.
Dude, I tried to go back and watch the other night. It was like, hey, babe, I was on with them after dark, and then apparently I need this silver member.
Yeah, I put it on gold and silver. It's actually gold only, but I'm gonna leave it for gold and silver because we're getting a lot of people gifted memberships on the bronze, so we do want to have that exclusive a bit for gold and silver members there.
Yeah, and guys, subscribe. Like this is hold on. I'm gonna gift you guys some subscriptions. Here we go.
We will be back tomorrow.
The content is about to ramp up for us because right now we have Panthers going in January, but then you have the Olympics, and right after the Olympics, you know what's coming right after the Olympics, guys? The NHL trade deadline.
Cody ain't going away this year for that.
Oh no, I'm staying here. I won't be in Nashville this time.
I can never do that stuff because always emergencies can happen and family stuff. But
I thought there it is. We appreciate it, Jack. Gifted.
Appreciate you, Jack.
20 gifted.
So everyone that's Chad here, I want to know how this works if you have one, if the other one. So hopefully it rotates, evolves.
Jack, clean shaven, with the scruffiness and the profile pic right here.
Well, that's my lady there.
I like Jack.
Is that your wife in that photo?
Yeah, that's my forever lady, Crystal. She's gifted me two of the most amazing humans I've ever met, and she is the number one most amazing human I've ever met.
Shout out Miss Crystal Powell.
You get lucky one time in this world, So.
And we're glad to have you, Jack, as a Panther fan, so that she didn't take you.
Love you guys. Honestly, I say it all day. Cody, Kirby, you guys are rock stars. Thank you so much for everything you do for this channel. It needs to be said, needs to be heard more often. The sweat equity, the background stuff, and even your own personal monetary, devotion to this channel. It's easy for me to throw $20 at memberships for people. What you guys do means a ton. And
appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm so grateful for everything you do. Honestly, Happy New Year. Love you guys.
Hey, appreciate it. Hey, once again, thank you for everyone for joining us tonight. We appreciate it as always. I do not know the plan as of right now. Are we checking out spaces tomorrow night? Or are we coming back here?
Here for Colorado, we'll let everyone know on our schedule ahead with Eastern Canada trip, all that. I try to get our schedule at the beginning of the week as Cody knows us behind the scenes. So we'll let everyone know. Make sure you're locked in here on YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed to me over on X, KJ_Loops, LUPS. Make sure you're also following us on Instagram. You'll see where we're at.
But hey, we appreciate everyone here tonight. And shout out to our boy Jack, Sam Reinhart, Hall of Famer right there.
That's right. Go Cats, go.
Yes, sir. We appreciate it, guys. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And as always, like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Please comment more on these. We love to see the interaction. Kirby loves answering those comments. He loves answering the day after. So very active on
still
there.
Getting comments on the Montreal stream for Canadians fans. Appreciate the clicks.
Yeah, I mean, so far so good for the Canadians.
So
except one, like, we didn't get our butts kicked. Like,
wait till we play Montreal when you're in the playoffs, guys. I'll be dealing
like
with
to
fun.
me, you lose in
Come
5,
on,
you
Jack.
get you. But
That's
like
all
at 5 or less, I think you got your.
I don't want to play Montreal in playoffs.
I don't want to. I rather play them than like your guys. Montreal is my Philly. Like, I hate Philly, but anyway, we appreciate you guys for watching here tonight. Once again, shout out to our boy Jack right here for the gifted 20. Jay Osceola with the 50 gifted. We appreciate you guys for as we sign off here for Kirby, Jack, Joe, Hendry, Powell, and myself. And shout out to our boy Nick and Big C's who are not here tonight. We say thank you. And as always, let's go Cats.